Alrighty, guys, what's going on? Welcome to the stream, everybody. We have a draft currently underway, and Liereyy versus Lewis today. As promised, and if we have some time afterwards, we can play some ranked games potentially. But for now, let's just scout out the draft a little bit. Well, actually, maybe I just show the host's channel for now. There we go. Maybe that's just easier. Just how the draft is done, the match pick ban, all the good stuff. All right. Yo, Rupee, thank you for the Prime for 5 months. Really appreciate that, my friend. All right, let's get set up here. I am also live on YouTube, by the way. So what's up to the YouTube guys? Someone on YouTube is asking who's putting cash on this. This is a Microsoft sponsored event. So Microsoft's putting the money, and MemTV, the host, is hosting it. Yo, Rupee, thank you for the 5 months, and Soy Verdurero, thank you for the 13 months. ¿Qué onda, Hera? ¿Cómo va todo? Todo bien, amigo. Muchas gracias. And thank you, Lecter, for the 15 months. Congrats on coming back from that tough 0-3. Thank you, yeah, for from Red Bull, right? It's been a while, but thank you very much, man. I appreciate you guys still coming congratulate me for that. Guys, today is Lewis versus Liereyy. We'll watch the draft here. We also have the cameras. My camera, yeah, hold on. There we go. It was like ass cheeks quality. Nobody said nothing. Now it's good. So you can kind of see the drafts in the background. You can see the different maps. You can see the players there with the camera. You can see the nice graphics. Hello, Hera. Hope all is good. Hello, Sandy. All is great, man. Hello, Tom Bombido. What's up, my friend? No Warcraft 3 today? Yamato's already at 1370? Oh, dude, he's kicking my ass. It's tough, man. It's tough. I gotta do some AoE 2 these couple days, though. So probably Warcraft next stream will be like maybe Sunday evening or on Monday. Can you please move the face cam? Yeah, of course. You want to see the bands, right? There we go. I have no place to put it. I'll just put it here. There we go. I'm not blocking anything. Good morning, Jonah. What's up? Lewis versus Liereyy. It's a big match, actually. So let me just explain what's going on here for those who might be new, actually. Liereyy is basically like #2 best in the world. Very, very solid player. Also, he is like very dominant. In most tournaments he goes and he doesn't lose very many games. In fact, sometimes he'll go no losses until the finals, for example. So Liereyy is a very solid player, extremely consistent, very aggressive but balanced. And his opponent, Lewis, is kind of an up-and-coming player. We often joke and say he's the GOAT because he likes to joke about himself like that. He's very ambitious, let's say it like that. But he's a solid player in his own right. So he's coming in at seed 15 here. But I would say that seed is a little on the lower side. I think Lewis is actually a slightly better player than seed 15. I'd put him around like seed 10 right now, if you ask me. So he's a very solid player. So it's going to be a great match between these two players. And I'm going to be casting it, of course. Now, I am a little tired today because I didn't get much sleep. So I'm not going to be as high energy as I normally am. But I'll obviously try my best and make sure I'm bringing a good form and whatnot for the casting. Obviously, it'll be educational. I'll explain things for the beginners because you have a lot of Warcraft viewers watching the streams. And then I'll also explain some in-depth stuff because I think that's what people want to see from a pro cast. So we'll do both of those things, and that should be a great middle ground. I am playing in this tournament, kittens. I play in pretty much all of the major AoE2 tournaments, so that's very nice. Hera trying to find a polite way to say Lierey's the best player in the world except for me. Well, when you put it like that, it does, does make it sound like I was beating around the bush. But the truth is, the truth is that, but I don't want to overshadow what Lierey's accomplished either. Yeah, I was hoping you'd cast this. Of course, man. Of course. I did promise I'd cast this, though. I did promise I'd cast this. Waiting for Caster Hera since yesterday. There you go. Yesterday I couldn't join you guys, but today here I am. Now we're just finishing up the draft here. What you're seeing on the screen largely does not matter. You don't have to remember any of this. I'm just showing it because we might as well show something. It matters if it's like a grand final and we want to analyze every single Civ pick, then it matters a lot. For a first round, I don't think it matters as much. It's not as interesting to like analyze just because the stakes aren't the highest. But basically what you want to know is that they're both picking civilizations and maps that they feel comfortable on and they think will win them games. Opinion on Liereyy banning Tupi, Muisca, and Mapuche. I think it's a good ban, honestly. Those civs can be very cheesy. If he's not sure how they function, might as well take them out. He obviously knows what the civs do at this point, but he might not be the most familiar with them still. So just banning them out makes his game a lot safer. So obviously it leaves a lot of other strong civs available. But for example, like I'm seeing Wei is actually not picked from either side, by the way. Which is kind of insane. This is an S tier tournament, guys. So it's a very high stakes match. Yeah, I'm excited to see how it goes, to be honest. I'm just going to test my volume real quick here. Just because I'm actually not sure if the volume is 100% solid. Put this a bit more centralized. There we go. Spike this up a little, whatever's left of it. And let me just listen to myself real quick. So I'm going to do a few tests here. I'm on the lower side, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise my volume a tad, and I hope that that's going to be good. If it's a bit too loud now, you know, let me know, but I think that's going to be helpful. I just raised it a touch, just to make myself a little louder. Yeah, it was a bit quiet. Okay, volume's fine. It's fine, but I think it could be a little better. So we'll just, turn it up a little bit, and hopefully that's going to be a little nice. So yeah, welcome to those watching on Twitch and YouTube. We're about to get started, of course. I hope you guys are all having a great day, great weekend. Volume is still low. Okay, I can turn up a little bit more, but not much more. There we go. I think it actually might have been turned down earlier, so this should be a little bit better now. 7-0 losses, by the way. I haven't won a game yet. That's okay. Meaty Haggis. He said, so far I'm 100% win rate on the ladder, but I'm struggling with stiff picks. So you're 0% win rate, 100% losses. I recommend Vietnamese, Meaty Haggis. I recommend the Vietnamese. How was my day off? It was pretty good. I didn't do anything crazy, but we spent a nice day out and just, you know, enjoy the time off. I think it was a lot of fun. And I did basically exactly what I like to do on my day off, which is relax and chill. Hello, Clean Jan. What's up? Thanks for the Prime sub. Welcome. Hello, Gusa. What's up? Hello, FG. Vietnamese OP. Yeah, they're very solid. It's hard to say if they're even overpowered, because here's the thing about the Vietnamese. I feel like they're really strong, bordering overpowered, but they never feel like they are like unfair to play against. It just feels like they're always doing well. So maybe that's like the highest power level that isn't overpowered in the game. Hello here, I just subscribed to the $5 Patreon memberships. How do I get the build order files and videos? It's all on the Patreon, Cyanide. Go to the Patreon platform and you can just scroll down. You'll find every video there, and you'll find in a pinned comment on Patreon, you'll find the updated PDF guide. So that's where you want to start. And thank you for subscribing to the Patreon, my friend. Really appreciate that. They are remaking Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Are we finally going to get that multiplayer lobby? Are they actually remaking it? That's crazy news. Do you have a link on that? A Sentient Toaster? Where I can read up? Some news or something? That's kind of cool. Hello, Foodman. Yo, I started playing AoE 2 not too long ago. When should I start playing ranked? Foodman, I recommend you watch my guide to 2K YouTube series. There's 5 episodes. At the end of that 5 episodes, you can start playing ranked. It's my recommendation. It guides you through the Extreme AI process, basically. So the builder are only for Patreon, no more for Twitch subs. I missed that. No, they're for both Patreon and Twitch subs. Official trailer. That's crazy that they are remaking Black Flag. The game started, by the way, but oh my goodness, Black Flag resynced. This is insane. They better have multiplayer. It's actually crazy. Black Flag was one of the very popular Assassin's Creed games, by the way. Extremely popular. All right, guys, we're gonna hop into the first game. Liereyy versus Lewis. Hope you guys are all doing well. It's gonna be a best of 5. We have 2 sets today, by the way. Not sure what's the second one. Maybe someone can let me know in the chat. I don't have it open. Hello, Dromophobia. What's up? Thanks to the Prime sub. Thank you very much for that. Really appreciate it. And hello, Bomb Noito. Still my favorite. Yeah, Black Flag, eh? The thing is, they actually took a huge risk and tried something new with Black Flag with the whole ships and sailing stuff, but I think it landed very well. Good day to you, H90. Good day, my friend. It's Sebastian Satau. It's not Nilly Doubt. Sebastian Satau. Yo, Hera, love your streams. Hello, Pataris. What's up, man? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for saying that. Dromophobia saying, Hera, congrats on always winning. What's your favorite victory? My favorite was the Hidden Cup 4. Great tournament. Ooh, good question. I think my favorite tournament that I've won, it's a tough one. I mean, I think it has to be the last Red Bull in the Albert Hall. I think that was just way too big of an event to not say that. So I'd probably say that one was the best win I've ever had. But there's been a lot of good ones. And one that I think is very underrated, but I think there's 2 of them actually. The KOTD 5-0, the first one, KOTD 5 versus Viper. That was kind of my first insane result, let's say. And then I would say Grand Melee would also be a really, really good tournament for me. Both those wins are quite special. What about my favorite loss? I wouldn't say I have a favorite loss, but I have a worst loss. All right, we're hopping into the game. I'm just going to load up Capture Age here. And then we'll get started right away, guys. Very, very excited. Please don't crash my PC, Capture Age. Okay, nice. Good. All right, we're off. Welcome, everybody, to game number 1 between Liereyy and Lewis. We're just going to, hold on, just going to get started here. Nice. We're just going to go ahead and put Liereyy in the, we'll put Liereyy in the red here, Lewis in the blue, and we'll keep it like that. So the map is going to be Shakuza, and we see Liereyy immediately going to the back berries here, which is very interesting. I'm going to showcase the map, show you guys what people are doing here. So Mongols for Liereyy, Georgians for Lewis. And we're seeing the approaches right away. But first, let's take a look at the map. Shakuza has a lot of deer and ostriches and zebras in the center of the map. And of course, a little ring around it where you cannot build. So you cannot like wall yourself in the center or something stupid like that. But there's a ton of hunt in the center that you can either go in and start, taking yourself with villagers, or you can lure back to the town center. Both of which are valid approaches, and we're seeing both approaches being used from different players. So we'll take a look at the civilizations and also talk about the approaches that they're using. So the Georgians here start with a free mule cart. They get this for free at the start of the game. And so Georgians, because of this, want to take advantage of that mule cart. Lewis sends villagers to the center to do exactly that. Take advantage of that free mule cart. Back home, he's taking some straggler trees just to get started. Liereyy takes a completely different approach. He's going to go ahead and take the berries at the back. Also walling up some of his villagers early, which is kind of interesting. And then he's just going to be luring in the deer. Honestly, from just how I've played on this map, I feel like the luring deer is actually the better approach. Going towards the center is solid and it can feel really good, but I feel like it does have its clear downsides because your villagers will be exposed in the center for the rest of the game, and you put a clear target on your back in the middle, which I think is, I think that's a severe drawback to just being in the center and taking all that free food. Of course, the positive is quite obvious. You get all this free food that you can take advantage of. And the cool thing is here, as Lewis makes a second mule cart in the center, by the way, which is really bad because Lewis does not have a second building to click up. Oh, a huge blunder, guys. A huge blunder to start things off here. He went for a second mule cart. He needs a second building, a different building to click up to the next stage. A mill, a barracks, a mining camp. He needs something. Meanwhile, Liereyy is already up to the next stage. Big blunder from Lewis. I wonder if he even knows. Because technically, he still can't click up. He's going to go to the berries now. Okay, it might not have been a blunder. This might have been all calculated by the goat himself, Mr. Lewis. But nonetheless, he's still going up to the next stage very, very late. 20 villagers now. 21 pop. He might go up to 22 pop as well. Very, very strange here from Lewis. And Liereyy is playing a very passive approach here. He's going to go ahead, just wall up his berries. Take the backwood line. ignore the middle completely besides luring in ostriches. But he's still luring them in, which is kind of great to see, actually. So he's going to get off to a really good start economic-wise, or economically speaking. And as far as the opening strategy, you can probably expect a scout rush out of Liereyy. I think it's the only thing that really makes sense here, because if you look at his options, he's not on gold. His barracks is late, so infantry is kind of, off the table. Really, it's skirmishers or a stable. Yep. It's going to be the scout rush. Scout rush opening from Liereyy. He's going to target Lewis' scout. Lewis is elated to feudal age, which means Lierey's got a massive scout advantage now and will kill Lewis' scout. Remember, this is a Georgian scout, and Lewis will lose the entire thing. Georgian scouts can usually regenerate HP in feudal age, so you want to keep that guy alive. But of course, if you lose it, it cannot regenerate any HP. So big advantage for Liereyy to start things off here. Kills the scout and has a minute of free time. And is now going towards the center. So how cool is this? Not as cool as Jimmy McNitties, who is subbing with a tier 1 sub and a very nice name there. Thank you, Jimmy. Rolls off the tongue very smoothly. Lierey's going straight to the center. And by the way, I do want to take your attention to Lierey's elo. It's very deceiving. It's quite low for a top player, for a pro player, but that's actually completely fake. He doesn't play the rank ladder very often. Alright, Lewis, what's the plan, my friend? I need an answer to these scouts. So far, it's only Spearman. He's got a ton of food in the center. I really feel like this is a huge blunder from Lewis, because he's got a ton of food in the center, but it's kind of coming in slowly, because it's kind of hard to explain, but basically villagers on hunt, they gather until they have 35 food. And so, yeah, he's got 450 food now in the bank, but he can't spend it because he doesn't have the wood to spend those resources. And the food comes in kind of like delayed, so bit of a strange situation. I feel like Lewis has kind of messed this up. He needs to make a lot of spearmen just to defend his middle. Again, the middle is super exposed here. And we have the archer transition right away from Liereyy as well. So it's going to be a tower defense from Lewis, just trying to secure the center, but it's been kind of a disaster so far on his end. He's going to lose one vill and a second guaranteed here. Maybe even a third villager. Liereyy does not seem to want to commit into that. Pretty sloppy from Lewis to not get a single hit with the spearman. And guys, so far in game 1, it's all Liereyy. 2 vills down for Lewis. Tower is forced. We now have a stable, very late stable from Lewis. Going scouts when your opponent already has 5 scouts. It's not questionable, but it's definitely... Yeah, it's definitely not the position you want to be in. Because scout rushing is all about, timings, all about, the numbers advantage. And if you're just down 5 scouts to start off the feudal age engagements, you're pretty much never going to catch up. And we already have the archer transition in now for Lewis. So if you ask me, sorry, for Liereyy. So if you ask me, I think Lewis needs something special here to pull himself back, to give himself a chance to win this game. 2 archers forward for Liereyy, looking to pressure Lewis's main base now. And remember, no tower available, so these villagers are sitting ducks. Villagers are going to have to run or just tank these archers forever. Those are your 2 options. Meanwhile, we do have some spearmen forward. A counterattack for Lewis, a scout and 3 spears. And potentially a poor reaction from Liereyy. Loses 2 villagers to that. So, okay. Lewis has now equalized the vill count, but he is quite far behind. It goes for the second stable. It's going to be an all-in scout rush from him. And here we go. Villagers, no place to run. Have to sit there and tank. And it's okay for now, but the villagers will soon start dropping to these 2 archers, and you have to address this. If you're Lewis, you have to address this at some point. Gonna send his scouts back. Bloodlines coming in for Liereyy. That's a very good tech. It gives his scout units plus 20 HP. So it makes them tankier, stronger in combat. Liereyy has to run here. 3 spears, bunch of villagers, few scouts. He's got to respect this. Archers are dropping a little low. One archer should go down here. Great micro from Liereyy, though. Pulls away the low HP archer. He runs around the scouts and keeps both archers alive. Are you kidding me? That was absolutely insane from Liereyy. Both archers are super low, but remember, a super low archer still has the same damage output as a guy with all his limbs intact. But still, Liereyy decides to go back a little. He wants to kind of judge the fights. Lewis, about sick of these archers right now. He just wants to clear them out. He's going to force the engagement. Remember, Bloodline Scouts on Liereyy. Most of them are low, though. Lewis should be able to clear this or at least push it back for the time being. 2 stable scouts on the field now for Lewis. Vill count is actually neck and neck. Resources gathered, though. Resources collected in favor of Liereyy. And he's playing the farm game here. In comes some archers and some spearmen. Liereyy will sit underneath the tower. It's not the best place. Remember, the tower can't shoot at its base. But the problem is those archer units and spearmen are now kind of stuck underneath the tower. And here we go. The villagers can just be ejected against them here. Questionable move from Liereyy, I have to say. Like, that's a little too much if you ask me. I think he's forcing too much. He's going to get punished. He'll lose 1 unit at least. The last an archer. Not the end of the world. Does lose a scout up top as well, though. And behind this, Lewis actually has 24 on food. So he's got quite a lot of scout production, or potential scout production. But the problem is, Liereyy is almost on the way to Castle Age. Remember, 800 food is what he needs. He's at 500 right now. He's saving up just 300 more food. And he'll be up to Castle Age, which is a huge power spike. He's got most of that food coming in now from the deer. A lot of scouts on the field, though, for Lewis. You have to be careful here. Liereyy wants the pressure. He wants to keep the pressure on his opponent, keep control of the map, not let his opponent just greed up to the Castle Age, but at the same time, you're leaving yourself pretty exposed at home. A lot of the stuff is not walled in. And with 7 scouts on the field, and Lewis's micro is really good with the scouts, we can expect some big damage. Villager immediately goes down. Lewis splits the wrong way, which is hilarious, and loses a scout because of it. So that was kind of fun. Pro player still making mistakes. And we'll just absolutely dive on the spearmen. And remember, scouts with upgrades, both upgrades on them, armor and attack. Very, very strong. Good quick walls from Liereyy, though. Meanwhile, some aggression from Liereyy to respond to this scout pressure that Lewis has sent his way. Ooh, scouts almost getting into the woodline, but the walls were there last second. Crazy, crazy engagements on both sides. Lewis has to wall. He's got no army to defend this. Just his villagers. They're good enough for now, though. I do want to give a little bit of pro player commentary here if I can. A lot of people will see this idle TC time from Liereyy and think that's really bad. Lewis is up 2 villagers now because of that. That's true. But remember, the idle TC time are they're villagers that Liereyy didn't have to pay for, right? So yeah, that's 3 villagers worth of idle town center, but that's 150 food that he still has in his bank, which helps him get a faster uptime. I wouldn't say it's correct per se, but you'll see Liereyy prioritize army and momentum over keeping the town center running. He likes to kind of make that sacrifice. So while that's a lot of idle TC, and it would be kind of something you'd point out in a noob game or a beginner game, in a pro game, especially when Lierey's playing, it's still kind of a mistake, but it's not as bad because he knows how to make use of the extra resources from those saved villagers. Castle Age is in now for Liereyy. Pretty fast, pre-19 minutes. A lot of scouts on the field for Lewis. Still no bloodlines? Still no bloodlines, though. The 1 villager town center, that could kind of bite him in the ass here if the pressure comes through from Lewis. Walking arrow comes in. Lewis is going to go for some cav archers. Sorry, Liereyy, not Lewis. Excuse me. Double L, it's kind of hard. 1 camel. A couple cav archers. Castle Age army coming in onto the field right away. Some walls. And remember, oh my goodness, that could have been huge. I think the scouts are trapped in there. But the camel should die. Still, a lot of losses there for Lewis. Lost a couple units. Kind of for no reason. Still at large with tons of scouts, but again, without bloodlines, this army is actually not strong at all. Does surround a cav archer, though. Any Warcraft 3 players in the chat, that was like exactly a ghoul surround on a Warcraft 3 unit. And Lewis has brought that micro to Age of Empires now. That's crazy good. He was able to surround that cav archer and just take his ass out, basically. Still looking for more bloodlines now coming in. We're fully committed to Feudal Age now. I have to be honest, though. I have played this style many times in Lewis's position. I don't feel like full scouts can beat the cav archers, and not for Mongols. The cav archers are just too efficient at kiting back and thinning out the scouts, and we see exactly that happening here. I've played this tons and tons of times, and the scouts player needs a significant advantage to make any kind of progress here, staying in Feudal Age. And now we see 2 town centers for Liereyy. So basically no chance that he gets out boomed. Does have to lose a few farms though because of that tower. So pretty nasty tower there from Lewis. Okay, you know, decent pressure. And what more to say, guys? Lewis is stuck in feudal age. He literally can't go up. He doesn't have the food because here's the thing. Here's what happened. He was in the center big, living the dream here, just taking all that hunt. But the problem is he got harassed on that hunt, lost a couple villagers, and so it didn't really benefit him all that much. Then he still had to make the farm transition without Horse Collar. And so his economy is actually in shambles. In come the Cav Archers here. Good reaction. What's Lewis's win condition from this point? At this point, it's hard to say. You need Liereyy to make a lot of mistakes. And I think going for forward towers is probably decent. But at this point, I feel like the chances to win are like less than 1%. 100 games from this position and Liereyy loses probably none. I know that sounds very, very harsh, but the truth is Liereyy is actually just super far ahead. And it's a very easy game state for Liereyy to win. Because the pressure from Lewis is kind of fake. Like, a couple towers, it's not bad. But at the end of the day, the Cav Archers are super mobile, and you can just do this. You can literally just do that. Just run at your opponent, kill all of his villagers, deny the tower. And that's pretty much that. And we're going to see the GG called. Liereyy goes up 1-0 here. Crazy strategy. Let's get a GG in the chat. I love the fact that Liereyy just ignored the center completely. Something that we haven't seen too often in the qualifiers. Most players were going for the center, but ignoring the center and going for the mill first on the berries. It's a very smart way to set up your game. And I feel like he dodged a lot of the shenanigans that usually you find on these maps with a lot of vill fighting and militia play in the center. So honestly, well played from Liereyy. Goes up 1-0. And that's kind of what we expect from him. You know, Lewis is a solid player, but Liereyy is definitely coming in this match the favorite, and he's doing a great job so far. Yeah, it's something that doesn't get talked about a lot as well. Liereyy, a lot more experienced than Lewis. That's true. A lot more experienced. He kind of knows what to go for at all times. He has an aggressive play style, but he's not stupid with the aggression. If he's not able to place the aggression, he oftentimes wouldn't place it. He would just stay defensive or kind of just buy his time a little bit. He's very calculated. And I think he's doing a really good job at using that to his advantage. When he can attack, he attacks, and if not, he stays back and looks for the next opportunity. Next, I'm going to see Lewis's home map. We'll play some ads, and we'll hop in. The game is going to start in just 90 seconds now. Let's answer some chat comments here. ¿Sabes si Hera habla español? Un poco, amigo. What do you think? Hamzat will smash Strickland, right? I think it's going to be quite one-sided. Yeah, I don't see how it's going to be anything but a Russell Fest from Hamzat's perspective. He could stand and fight and bang on the feet, but I don't think he's going to do that. I think he's just going to go ahead and go with the takedowns. And I think Sean will try to get up, but he probably won't be able to do much there. Who is the best AV2 player? Right now I'd probably say myself. Hate to say it like that, but you know, probably just true at this point. But the competition has never been higher, I feel. Has the map pool been decided already, or do they pick as they go along? They basically decide it from the start, and then they pick from the maps that they've decided. Depending on who loses the match. It's loser's home map pick, let's say. But the map and all the drafts has already been decided. You need a Hikaru to your Magnus? Yeah, I mean, Lierey's been a consistent number 2 for a while now. Viper's always been a wild card in recent times. He took me to 9 games in a tournament not too long ago. You have the up-and-coming, the new names, Lewis, etc. Doing quite well. So you have Mr. Yo, you have Hart, you have Sebastian. You have a lot of guys that can definitely compete with the best. ACCM is in there as well. So definitely a lot of competition in the scene. All right, guys, hopping right in just a moment here. Yes, we are going into game number 2 between Lewis and Liereyy. And the map is Mirkwood. It's a nomad start, so you're going to have a lot of villagers rushing around the map nice and early to try to set up their town center, try to set up their dock. And what's funny here is that we have Liereyy going for the Kitans. Now, for those of us who know ball and who don't miss a Hera stream, you'll know that I actually played Kitans against Lewis in our best of 7 show match. And I showcased just how strong the Kitans can be on a map with water, because the Hulks getting extra damage from forging makes them a force to be reckoned with. Makes them very difficult to deal with on the outside. And so we're seeing exactly that. Liereyy prioritizing the Kitans, and will likely play a similar style to what I showed on the show match. Now, I will say that that Kitans idea is not entirely mine. I am kind of putting a lot of emphasis on the fact that I showed it. But in fairness, it was actually not really me who came up with that idea. It was already well known from the early Thalassocracy tournaments how strong Kitans can be on water maps. And it really was just adapted into playing some of these hybrid maps as well. Liereyy is going for a boar here. We have Jordan in the chat. Jordan is saying Kitans is now the best civ on this map. It's crazy to say. I'm not sure if they're the best 100%, Jordan, but you know, you definitely make a good argument there that they're definitely one of the best. And it's crazy to say this because this map actually does not favor Kitans at all, by the way. Yeah, maybe Chinese are better. But the map really doesn't favor Kitans at all. Like, all of the Kitan playstyle is about open map, raiding, and dropping lots of farms. But the one thing that they do have is iron casting and forging, the attack upgrades counting double on their hulks. And that is enough to win them the water, which is enough to create a significant advantage for the Kitan player to go for the win. Both players grabbing a boar from close by. Lewis taking the one up top is going to kind of deny Liereyy a boar, though. There's one more up here for Liereyy, one more off to the side, and one more down here. He's got options. Has he scouted any of them? He has not scouted any of them. Not yet, at least, but he'll be working on that. Already 2 boars in for Lewis, so Lewis has quite a lot of food here. 800 from those 2 boars. Obviously, there is some decay there to consider, but still, not a bad setup here for Lewis. Hera, do you still encounter trushes on Arena at your yellow unranked? They're not the most popular nowadays, but I definitely still encounter them every now and then. That's a rhino, not a boar. Yeah, that's true. This is a rhino, and yeah, they're both rhinos. And actually, they're all rhinos on this map, apparently. Damn. I'd hate to be a villager on this map because all you can eat is rhino. I feel like rhino meat's not the tastiest. I don't know. I've never had it, but can't imagine that being the juiciest type of meat. But fair enough. The villagers are seemingly unbothered. Rhino is extinct. Damn. No, it's not. It's extinct. It's like endangered. It's not extinct. Extinct is like there's none left. Yeah, I feel like I've seen a rhino on Twitter the other day. But yeah, it's endangered, yeah. You know who else is in danger? Lewis. He's down 1-0. And we only have 1 Lewis on the planet, so he's kind of an endangered species as well. So he's both in danger and endangered. And Lewis is going to go for some deer here, looking for a little bit of taste of, you know, something different, a little bit of change in the meat department. But Liereyy scouts that, and I think Lierey's kind of unbothered. I don't know if he did scout it, actually, but regardless, he is pretty unbothered here. How the F are rhinos endangered? Why are we so bad at being humans? Well, I don't know if you guys knew this, but there's... I mean, it's kind of common knowledge. There's something called trophy hunting, where people literally just go around. There's 2 things, actually. There's poachers and trophy hunters. The trophy hunters are way worse, in my opinion. But the poachers would try to kill animals to try to steal some of their valuable possessions. Like maybe like the rhino horn has some value. And then they sell it on the black market, get a lot of money from that, rinse, repeat. Those are poachers. Then you have the trophy hunters that basically just go for kills on animals. And then just to say that they've done it. They take pictures and whatnot. Both of these are extremely immoral and absolutely terrible, by the way. So really, really bad. If you want to collect something, or want to hunt something, yeah, pick up a Pokemon card collection. Exactly. Try something that doesn't involve killing other people, or not people, but killing other animals for no reason. You know, it's one thing if you're gonna consume the meat and stuff. It's another thing if you're gonna just take a picture. Like, come on, that's just ridiculous, right? But yeah, I think both of those types of people are kind of causing these endangered species to be endangered. But anyway, back to our game here. We have a faster feudal age from Lewis, but it's not a fast feudal. He is actually going for a fast castle, which is a strategy where he rushes to the castle age as fast as possible. This is for a few reasons. In castle age, you get access to siege, you can drop a castle, you get access to monks, you get access to knights, you get access to a lot of powerful units and technologies. And, you know, a lot of possibilities in castle age. Lewis, though, despite being faster, is actually going for a fast castle, whereas Liereyy, slower to feudal age, is not going for a fast castle. Unless he already hit. No, he hit later. Yeah, he hit later, which is kind of interesting. Alright, so it's going to be, I guess, more fishing ships from Liereyy. Only 5 for Lewis, which is really cool. So, let me explain kind of what's happening here. Lewis upped faster to the feudal age. We'll go for a faster castle. He's already clicked. Only 1 dock. Lewis is not playing water against Lierey's Khitans. So Liereyy is going to invest more into feudal age. He's going to fight water. He's got forging on the way. He's going super heavy with this commitment on water. And his opponent is completely ignoring the water past the first 5 fishing ships. And the first 5 fishing ships already have paid for themselves because they've been gathering food from the deep sea fish and gold from the oysters for the past few minutes. And so Liereyy will be able to kill these fishing ships no problem. He's going to force the garrison. He'll probably eventually kill the dock. But Lewis is saying, I don't care. I'm already up. I'm already going for the next stage of the game, which is castle age. I've got a few Flemish militia, and I'm not afraid to use them. However, he should probably be afraid because he's lost 2 of them so far. He's got to be somewhat careful. And Lierey's kind of going past the dock, which is funny. I think what he's doing is he's looking for a second dock from Lewis. He's not going to find any, actually, but he is looking for that. He doesn't know. All right. Liereyy. Setting up some nice walls here. Yeah, I definitely don't mind that. Just trying to wall back. He knows the push is coming. Forward workshop from Lewis. Lewis is going for the kill. Kind of a strange way to play Burgundians, though. No economy upgrades whatsoever. It's basically an all-in from Lewis. He's not sold his stone, but he's using the stone to make some outposts to help his all-in, which I think is actually even smarter. I would sell 100, though. I'd probably sell 100 stone. I mean, maybe he will when he needs it. Because at this point, he's not going to consider a town center for a while. It's going to be 2 rams. Guys, Lierey's in trouble. Liereyy is in huge trouble, actually. They're so close together. Liereyy has yet to click up to the castle age. The first ram's already on the field. You've won the water, yes, Liereyy. But if you lose your town center, you're in such a bad position. In my opinion, Liereyy should be mass stonewalling here. Honestly. He should be mass stonewalling. He has 9 hooks. He's invested so much into the water. You've won the water, but I mean, you're reigning over nothing because there's nothing to reign over on the water. You have the fish, sure, but you could have won the water with 2 or 3 hooks. You didn't need 9. And the ram is coming. Very speedy ram. It's got 6 Flemish militia inside, but the stone walls from Liereyy. Beautiful adaptation. Easy for me, the caster, to say you need some stone walls. Hard for the player to recognize this and go for it in time. But still, is it going to be in time? To add some more stone walls behind. Trying to keep these rams out. Mistake from Liereyy, though. Oh, sorry. Mistake from Lewis, excuse me. He needed 1 ram, 1 mangonel. The 2 rams was so risky and so greedy. And he's kind of getting punished. He doesn't have a single range in his composition. The mangonel now coming out. That's going to add a lot of power to this push. And right away, oh, the shot connects. But Liereyy is just too sharp. He backs up. Loses 0 villagers to start things off. But the rams are in and the town center is the target. How is Liereyy going to defend this? He's up to the castle age, but he cannot defend it. This is going to be all Lewis, ladies and gentlemen. The 2 rams are coming in. You've got the mangonel behind it. Liereyy has to go in and out, trying to take out the ram. But the repairs are here. 1 villager is down, but 1 villager is still repairing. The town center's got to stay up. Liereyy should pull all the villagers, but even still, it's not going to be enough. The ram's going to go down. Ram number 1 is going to go down. If Liereyy holds this, it's one of the craziest holds I've ever seen. But it's such a big question mark. It's up to Castage in 1 minute and 45 seconds. The villagers go down to the Mangonel shot, though. The ram is still up. The town center is going down. Ladies and gentlemen, there's no more repairs. A few more villagers here, but the town center is so close to going down. The ram's going to die, though. Wait, the ram's going to die. Repairs are coming through. I thought they were done, but they're still here from Liereyy. But it's not enough. Villagers forced to run. The town center is going to go down, and Castage is denied. So bad for Liereyy, but what a push from Lewis, guys. Great recognition from him, and a great strategy to punish the Kitans. Town center's down. So many villas were lost. Now, let's take a moment here. I do want to say, it's GG. Wow. Liereyy doesn't even try to come back. It's GG. Too much happened there. He lost too many villas. 22 in the eco KD to 3. Guys, GG in the chat, guys. We have a competitive set. And we have Liereyy and Lewis both showing up, really, that they're here to play. And it's going to be an aggressive set. Man, let's talk about this for a second, though. Hold on. We see the push come in. We stonewall Mangonels here. Liereyy has to do something that no pro player would ever do in the moment, unless you've literally played against this before. But what Liereyy should have done, because he's got such a massive advantage on water here, he's got a lot of fishing ships, 15 to 4, and the 4 really aren't working, so it's 15 to 0. What he should have done, no, not tower. Guess what he should have done? It's crazy. Nobody would ever do this. And I'm not even sure if it would win. Yeah, he should move the town center. He should run. He doesn't have to delete it, because Lewis will for sure kill it anyways. So what you do is you just run all your vills. And it's crazy to say that, because your opponent will have outposts everywhere. But you want to just run your town center straight to the corner of the map, even like all the way to the corner here, and just try to rebuild it, and then try to set up a defense here with some towers. On the way, when you're running, you're going to get a lot of food. You can make a few scouts. And you already have foraging, so there you have some kind of defense. Is it a good strategy? No. Will you probably still lose? Probably. But at least it makes the game playable. Staying there feels like that was the wrong call. But again, it's impossible to make this decision on the fly. So in the end, I give all the credit to Lewis for a very, very great anti-meta strategy there against the Kitans. You want to win water? Sure. Be my guest. Lewis says, take the water. I'm going to take your town center, and we'll call it even. And in the end, it wasn't even at all. Lewis was more than happy with that trade, and it's more than Liereyy can stomach. Idafix has us with the $5. Sorry, my alerts are still broken somehow, but Idafix says $5 donation. Would you also pick water maps against Lewis, thinking he is an Arabia/land player? At this point, I don't think that I would consider Lewis to be an Arabia or land player. I think he can play water just fine. Water has been dumbed down a lot over the last few years. It's now not the hardest thing to play in the world. It's been made pretty easy. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I would say Lewis can definitely play water. Hera, do you think you have a chance versus Yamato in Warcraft 3? Apparently, Yamato's been killing it. He's got like the highest elo out of all the competitors. At this point, my focus over the next 2 days are going to be strictly Age of Empires, but I can see myself going for a hard Warcraft grind on Monday. That's pretty much the best that I can do. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. It's going to be very interesting. Hera, yes or no, do you still have top secret strategies up your sleeve you've had for a long time but never had the opportunity to use them? Oh, that's a good question. Do I have top tier strategies that are secret, nobody knows, and I haven't used them? I would probably say yes. I have a few ideas that I've never really used, but I think are really smart. And I hope that they come to me when I need them, basically, is what I can say. But I would say yes, because a lot of times what happens is I make strategies for tournaments and I make Civ matchups that I like, and I just don't get to use them. Lattice says, I think you won't need them. Hopefully. It's better if I don't need them. But if I need them, you never know. Could really sway a series. Hera, use a monk chant and convert the Warcraft 3 fans to AoE 2 fans. I've been doing that. I think we have a lot of Warcraft guys that are watching AoE 2 and giving it a try at least, which is great, especially when I'm playing. Maybe when I'm casting less so, but when I'm playing, they definitely tune in. Zombie Jimmy, what's up? Thanks to the tier 1 for 3 months. Really appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we are here. Look at this. Warcraft 3 Fanatic is in the chat. OC Legends is in the chat. These guys are coming straight from Warcraft. So, as you can see, diving into the Warcraft community and Warcraft scene has been a net positive for the AoE2 side of things as well. And I absolutely love that. Thank you guys for joining us on the Age of Empires. And welcome to Game 3, guys. Lewis versus Liereyy. Armenians against Vikings, and we have a water map. So, this map is called Pacific Islands. And for those that hate water, I want you guys to not bawl your eyes out and not say, oh, it's water, I hate water. Because this map specifically is actually really interesting for a water map. Pacific Islands is a lot more about land than you might expect. So how it works is you start with a starting island. All right. Your opponent also has a starting island, obviously. Then you have 2 middle islands. And one actually tends to be bigger than the other, which is kind of interesting. But you have 2 middle islands, and both players want to transfer their villagers to the middle island for extra resources. Because look at your starting island, a little bit of gold, a little bit of stone, some small wood lines, but otherwise not much. Going to the center, you have a lot more wood, a lot more gold, a lot more stone. So you want to make that migration. There are boats. Yes, of course there's boats. Water is a very big element of Age of Empires 2. I would say it's about 25% of the pro play right now. It's 75% land play, but 25% water, I would say. And let's go through some of the boats. So they're starting with a transport ship. And the transport ship is basically just a boat that, you know, via the name, transports land units from one island to the next. You put units in it, and then you transfer them, or you transport them between islands. All right. And so transport ships, very, very important on this map. Of course, you need to make your way towards the center to either island. And we see already, like, Lewis, for example, sending a scout just to scout this island and see if he likes what he sees. Why did he trap his villain next to the dock? That's an excellent question. About a year ago, me, Liereyy, and Hart, so our team, invented a cheese where you can take your scout, put him in a transfer ship at the start of the game, send your scout right away to your opponent's island, drop your scout there, and then kill the villager that's making the dock or that's taking the shorefish. That was a year ago. And because of that cheese, now everybody knows about it. You always have to wall in your villager. So I think I pulled it off once, either me or Liereyy, I'm not sure. I know we cooked it up for one tournament. And then after that, everyone walls it, except Lewis apparently. But Lewis sends 2 villagers. He's not scared. So yeah, pretty cool there. Pretty cool. What's up, Unero? Good to see you. I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Honestly, I'm feeling great. Just a little tired because of the lack of sleep. But hopefully the cast has been solid for you guys to listen to so far. And we're seeing Liereyy do it. So as you can see, he's checking. He sees 2 villagers, so he can't do it, obviously. But he did check for it. So as you can see, the cheese is very much alive here. And now we see Liereyy up to feudal age a little faster. I think Lierey's builds have been sharper between the 2 players overall. But it's hard to say because, you know, Lewis had a great and a really sharp build. Yeah, not yesterday, but last game. All right, barracks in the center. What's Lewis's plan? So, honestly, on this map, it's a mixed bag. Like, you can literally do whatever you want. You can do a landing play. You can do military from home and transport them around. You can, you know, transport your villagers to your opponent's island and make some range units. You can make army on the middle island to control that. You can go pure navy. You can go for a mix of navy and land play. You can go for some towers, both offensively and defensively. You can do literally whatever you want. This map is so versatile. How much room is there still for creativity at the top end? I would say a lot of room for creativity. AoE 2 is a game where the meta is always changing for some reason. Because you have a lot of options depending on the map. And because you have 53 civilizations now in the game. We have 53 civilizations. It's gotten to a point where you can basically... I mean, you can basically do anything in any map with any civ, and your opponent has to be ready for it. Now, obviously, most of those strategies and approaches are not going to be the best, but there's so many combinations and factors that you can always come up with something new, or you can always surprise and catch your opponent off guard. And I feel like that's very different to some other RTSs, like for example Warcraft 3, just for sake of comparison here, has only 4 civilizations, only 4 races. So AoE2 has a lot more room for creativity because of how many combinations it has between maps and civs. And civ matchups, but of course, that's getting in a little too deep. Alright, Lewis going for some men-at-arms. He's going to transport onto Lierey's expansion here in the center. Liereyy just going to wall it up and make some archers completely in response to this, by the way. So Liereyy did not plan to make archers. He is doing this as a response to the men-at-arm pressure. I think more than likely, Liereyy wanted to play some water and nothing more on this map. And that's why he picked the Vikings. I'm just going to react, go for some archers on land, and then still try to play some water. Still try to do what he set out to do, which is to pressure and win the water. What civ would you play on this map? It's a good question. I would play... I'm not sure, actually. There's a bunch of different civs that are viable. This map specifically, I have no idea. Scout goes down. Good play from Liereyy there. Just chops the scout down and just runs away nice and easy afterwards as well. Alright, more land pressure from Lewis. Goes for a range on the front. And chops down Lierey's scouts. A little sloppy there from Liereyy. Both players lose their scouts in kind of a bad way, let's say. A little bit of a mistake there. But it's because they're focused on the water at the same time. Just to show you guys what's going on, you have to fight the water. And at the same time, you have to also fight the land. So it's really difficult to know what to do and to focus on both of those things at the same time. Obviously, these are pro players, so we expect them to do it, but it's not easy is the point I'm making. And look at this, Liereyy microing in both places, fighting the water, winning, fighting the land, and also winning, which is crazy. And he's taking out some of these men-at-arms and kind of neutralizing this early pressure. And the Armenians here really haven't done much. They haven't done much with this pressure. Villager goes down trying to repair a Hulk. That's a pretty big loss for Lewis. He's only got 33 villagers. Losing one in this early stage is quite significant. Your opponent will have a nice advantage over you. Lierey's looking for an angle. And Lewis is going to make another transport. He's made a second transport ship. The first one was free. This one he paid for. And he's probably going to lose it. Because the Hulk has it in its sight. And yeah, dude, that's an expensive transport. He did save the villagers, but... at the end of the day, making a transport just to save your villagers is really, really bad for your early game. So, major advantage to Liereyy, if you ask me, guys. I think he's got a great early game. He's winning water. He's winning the land. He still has this transport. He can go right across and continue harassing Lewis here. Man, that's got to be annoying. We have Marine Lord in the chat. What's going on, Marine Lord? Marine Lord is the GOAT of Age of Empires 4. After me, of course. And it's good to see you, bro. Weird game so far, yeah, but definitely in Lierey's favor. We do have this one men-at-arm that Lewis forgot to bring across. It was kind of late, so he didn't take it. He's kind of just patrolling the shores with that guy. 2 men-at-arms still up as well, but these guys, they're kind of missing limbs. A lot of HP chunked away here. And this has got to be annoying for Lewis, because he ran away, he transported away just to secure himself, and yeah, that's absolutely brutal here. What's Marine saying? Hera is the only champion from AoE4 that has an IQ below 70. That makes him the GOAT of the GOAT. I know, it's really impressive to have such a low IQ but still beat you every game, Marine Lord. I take pride in my step, man. What can I say? Can't say that I'm ashamed. Eduardo, thank you so much for the donation on YouTube. Really appreciate that. And already a GG called. Wow. Total and brutal domination from Liereyy. Not much to say, guys. This has been the most one-sided game I have ever seen on this map, I think. This is just a complete clinical annihilation here. Everything that Lewis went for was stopped. He went for a land play, transport across, immediately stopped. He had to transport out, lost his transport. Then Liereyy chases him to the other island. He goes for a tower, it gets stopped. I mean, what more? Seriously, what more can you do if you're Lewis here? He's tried everything and everything's failed. And at this point, I think he's just frustrated. Like, he has the transport ship, but there's no point of even trying. Like, the game is just completely cooked. And from this position, it's going to snowball completely out of control. So better to just get out of the game and not tilt yourself any further. Like, the worst thing you can do is tilt yourself. It's not worth it. I still don't get the water rework. Am I dumb? You are, Marine Lord, but that's okay. I'll explain it briefly. Basically, with the water rework, what the devs have done, it's really smart, actually. They have ruined the game. The water rework is not very good. I'm totally kind of joking, not really, but to give you a serious answer, now water has become a lot more defensive, and it's a lot more about like massing your units rather than a timing attack. So I would say that it's gotten worse, but it's not the end of the world, I suppose. It just has a different kind of meta. But still not a bad situation here. We have an anonymous with a $10 donation, and he says, do you think the 1v1 random map online play will eventually transform or transition to these sorts of tournament pro maps instead of Arabia? I think it should, 100%. I think the developers should 100% put tournament maps in the rotation. For some reason, they don't. I don't understand that. In my opinion, the developers should 100% put tournament maps in the rank ladder so everybody can play them, because I think that would be really hype. I think that would be really cool, but they're not doing it. So I would say yes, but not anytime soon. Thank you for the $10. Really appreciate that, my friend. Hey, we got our tickets to the Garrison alongside 2 friends. First time ever attending an esports event in person, and I hope to see you there. I hopefully, God willing, will be there. I already have my invite, butt plugs rule. And I hope to see you there. Do not bring your butt plug, though. You won't need that for the event. But it's great to see you at the event, and I look forward to it, man. I look forward to it. Both the event and meeting all the fans there, which is really cool. Hello, XDumb. Thanks for the 5 months. Don't look up. There's nothing there. Okay. I looked up. Nikki Gallion says, hi, Hera. Congrats on hitting 1300 MMR on Warcraft. As your long-term fanboy, I'm not worried at all that you will lose Warlord 5. You were going to win this one, right? We don't know. Am I going to win Warlords? We don't know. There's always a risk that I lose every tournament, right? So we don't know until I try, you know? I have to play it. Every tournament for me is a risk, by the way. A risk of losing, but it's a risk you just take, you know? You don't think about it too much. But anyway, welcome to Game 3. Thank you, Nikki Gallion, for the sub, and really appreciate that, of course. But yeah, I have obviously the Warcraft tournament, which shouldn't play a huge distraction role. I still have plenty of time to practice Warcraft and Age of Empires. Am I the favorite for the Warcraft tournament? I'm actually not. It's looking like Yamato's the favorite. He's killing it. Yamato's killing it. And at the end of the day, there's only so much time I can invest into Warcraft, because I always have to practice Age of Empires as well. And it's kind of a priority. I mean, both are kind of a priority. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna obviously try my best for both tournaments, Warlords and the Warcraft tournament. All right, guys. Lewis's home map. It's do or die now. 2-1. Liereyy is in the lead. Magyars against Khmer. Both very, very aggressive civilizations, and it's a very aggressive map. It's Crownwood here, and Crownwood reminds me a lot of Land Madness. Anybody know what Land Madness is? It's a pretty popular map. And someone's asking, Birdie Dan, what's up? Is the Warcraft 3 tournament more important than Warlords since it's your debut in Warcraft? No, I think Warlords is more important for me. I like they say it's my debut in Warcraft, like more is coming, but no, I think Warlords is overall a bit more important. Sorry, I guess I made my eye. There we go, cleared it. But yeah, this map is super aggressive. It's kind of like Land Madness. You cannot build on this this rocky terrain here. So this rocky terrain, unbuildable. So when you go ahead and take your wood on the hills, you have to like wall around it, maybe, but you can't wall the entire thing, let's say. So it makes your base really hard to protect is the point here. So I think this has actually made the map a lot better, to be honest, adding this rocky terrain. It was an addition by MemTV and his team. I think that actually makes a lot of sense. Lewis already up to the next age. He is using my Khmer Patreon build. Of course, he probably isn't following the build order while playing, but this is exactly it. 17 vills. He does not have loom either. He's just queued it up. So 16 vills, excuse me, and no loom. This is exactly the Khmer Patreon build. You can do this yourself, color-coded PDF on Patreon if you guys are interested in playing like the pros. And you can see here Lewis is doing this in a pro tournament as well. They're going to put the pressure on Liereyy, who has potentially the more powerful Civ between the two of them, but not the faster Civ. Khmer a little faster there. Lewis is definitely on Hera's Patreon. He is. I've actually given him a 1-year free membership. At this point, he's already a pro player, so it's not going to help him too much, but I'd like to think that it helped him a little on his journey up. Maybe just a little bit. But yeah, any player who's like, let's say 2K4 plus, can get my Patreon for free. The other day, I found out that Sebastian paid for it, actually. Sebastian was buying my Patreon, but not because he wanted to learn. He didn't want to learn Age of Empires. Sebastian wanted to see what the market was looking like on build orders and guides because he wanted to start his own Patreon. He was interested in getting into the business. He had to scout out his competition. Sebastian, the business guru, is looking out. $10 investment. He got into the Patreon, saw the content. He's a smart man. He's a smart guy. But maybe not that smart because he forgot to unsub. So I have like $30 from Sebastian now. He sent, a couple extra months in there. I actually offered to pay him back the months that he forgot to unsub. Or actually all of it. And he's like, no, it's okay, bro. No worries. All right. So Lewis starts off with first blood here. He's going to kill Liereyy Scout. Funny story there, actually. Hera slowly draining Sebastian's tournament winnings. It's not my fault. And the best part is, he didn't even tell me that he subscribed until Red Bull LAN event. Like, he just did it. He did it for the love of the game. All right. So Lewis is actually stealing one of Lierey's cows. And he's looking for some pressure here. And he's going to find it. Whoa. I looked away from it. I was looking at chat for a second, but I think it's a big blunder from Liereyy. It's going to cost him a villager. He didn't build his wall all the way, and he got hardcore punished there. 4 scouts down the field for Lewis. Oh, the berry bush vanished. Okay, is that what happened? The berries ran out. Yeah, I legit didn't even see the berries ran out, and yeah, that's crazy. What a punish from Lewis. Actually, Liereyy did a good job of walling that up, but yeah, Lewis does kill 1 vill. And we'll see how this transitions now. We're going to have a stable from Liereyy. Now, it is late, but it's not actually late. It's just slower than what Lewis can do. Lewis already has the follow-up archers. This is so insanely strong from Lewis. He's going to kill a 2nd villager guaranteed. He's actually working on 1 more as well here on the berries. Can kill at least 1 vill. He's got the blacksmith behind it. And yeah, Liereyy is just so late on his units, but he's going to go for armor right away. Looking to get some powerful scouts on the field. Has a spearman out, but it's not going to be enough. It's going to go down to the scouts and archer mix. Does kill 1 scout though before it goes down. So that spear is technically worth it. And Liereyy does have access to a tower if he wants to. So he could have towered the berries if he wanted to. He could have towered the wood if he wanted to. He's going to kill an archer there. He dives in deep for it. He's going to fight the scouts. Oh, wait. What a turnaround from Liereyy. Kills all the scouts. He saw them low HP. And now he's going to focus down the archers. And I think Lewis bit off more than he can chew. Underestimated Lierey's clapback potential. But look at that. Liereyy is indeed clapping back here all the way through. Kills all the archers, and now the counterattack is going to be so strong. Lewis underestimated that follow-up from Liereyy. And Lewis did not make any more scouts because he couldn't afford to. He squeezed in double bid-axe, tried to go for the archers, tried to go for fletching. And in the end, he just needed more scouts, but he just didn't have them available. Great comeback here for Liereyy, and Liereyy is so relentless now with this aggression. He's going to kill another archer, looking for more. He's going to trap this one. Oh my goodness. It can never be worse if you're a Lewis fan here. He's lost all of his archers, the entire range investment. has been kind of a fail. It didn't net him one vill. He did kill one vill right away with that investment, but nothing more from it. We are going to see the houses here, though, but hold on. Hold on. Lewis did kill 2 villagers. And no matter how many units you lose, you're always going to be up those 2 vills. And nothing can really change that unless Liereyy is able to kill 2 vills himself. But until he does that, you could make the argument that Lewis has the economical advantage, which is significant. So this game is far from over. Absolutely far from over. Lewis walls up. He's got his woodline nice and secure as well. I like his strategy. I like his approach, but I feel like he took his foot off the gas a little bit there. I really do. Lierey's still at large here. Bunch of scouts running around the base. And Liereyy is just transitioning to Castle Age now. Liereyy is just so sharp with his builds. Look at this. Almost at 800 food out of where? All the farms being set up. No nonsense. Not wasting any resources whatsoever. Made stable blacksmith and that's it. And wow, he's clicked up to Castle Age. Minute 14, guys. It's 9 will start, so that's a bit faster than what, you know, a standard game would look like at 14 minutes. But still, a really, really good build. And Lewis is just stuck in Feudal Age once again. We've seen this happen in game 1, actually, where Lewis was stuck in Feudal Age and he wasn't able to make anything happen. He's now stuck in Feudal Age again, and in a similar position where he just can't make anything really significant happen. He's still making scouts. He's going to try to pressure here and try to land some damage. But I mean, what can you do? He can't really move out with the archers. He's trying to. I think he probably should risk it. Because without the archers, you don't really have many options. And this is a little unorthodox, actually. The second stable from Liereyy. He's going to go for some light cav. Now, you might think this is a knight play, but at high level, you almost never see knights. You almost always see light cav instead. There's a really good reason for that. Knights are too expensive and they die to monks. Light cav are cheaper, especially with the Magyars, and they don't die to monks. They're also faster for a bit more mobility. So, yeah, as far as overall appeal, the light cav is a lot better for pro players. Of course, for beginners, I always recommend the knights. Lewis knows he's behind the Castle Age, makes a market, sells the stone, and clicks up. Now he's going to be in a great position to kind of match Lierey's time. But he's still not in a good position in the sense that he's not winning or anything like that. He's just at least not going to be completely dead to the fast castle time from Liereyy. Lewis will continue to defend now with archers, and going to be a light cav husbandry most likely. Light cav plus 2 armor. Yeah, plus 2 armor earlier for Liereyy. He's got to get all the upgrades there. Make his light cav as tanky as possible. Oh, Liereyy. Thank you for the prime for 2 months. Wow, that's quite the name right now. Thank you. Liereyy right away makes a Townsend on his main gold. I don't love the position, but I also recognize that he might need it. It does keep an eye on this woodland though, so I don't hate it either. And you could make the call to run through here if you're Liereyy. Yep. He's going to make that call. Husbandry coming in. Plus 2 armor is in already. He's going to make the call to run through. I called it just a second before it happened, which is insane. I just had a feeling that something like this is going to happen, and I can't believe Liereyy actually went for it. He's diving all the villagers, but Lewis is hiding in houses. That's the commerce speciality. Nonetheless, though, a few villagers not so lucky go down. 2 villagers dead on my screen, and after all that chaos, Lierey's going to run away and just as if nothing happened. Beautiful play from Liereyy there. Beautiful play. Everything's in shambles. Look at these guys. Villagers coming out of the house completely dumbfounded. They don't know what's going on. Light cav are back. Like the Grim Reaper. The light cav are just back looking for more. A knight mixed in there as well, just to know that, you know, there's more where that came from. Crossbow upgrade now in Botkin on the way for Lewis. It's only a couple knights for Liereyy, but still so much control of the game for the red player now. Siege Workshop as the transition. Does have 1 Scorpion in there. Could look for some more, but it's going to be difficult. Yeah, Lewis is trying to poke his head out. He's gonna go for the Cav Archer transition. That would be like the meta option, but the problem is you've already invested into the crossbows, and you really just haven't used those guys. I want to see the crossbows just run across the map, honestly. Just take that risk and look for something, but even then, I don't really believe in that kind of style because you're likely to get caught out and lose all the crossbows. I just don't see a better option for Lewis. He's falling behind and score rapidly. He must know that his opponent has more economy. Okay, monks coming forward now. Cav archers, crossbows, everything's coming forward. Lewis is trying to make something happen. The monk is going to push away the knights. Like I said, that's the biggest threat to knights in pro play. It's the monks. Now, the monks is not a beginner-friendly unit, so if you're a beginner player watching, knights are broken. They are really, really good for beginner play, just because monks are really hard to use. But in pro play, there's usually a lot of counters to them. But the light cav, though, from Liereyy snipes the counter. The monks down. And now we have some siege on the field. Light cap still at large. One of them is getting pulled back. The low HP is going back. You can heal that guy up later with a monk. The second low HP is going back. Nothing's dying here for Liereyy. Lierey's killing all of Lewis's army. Teases with the light cav. Almost lost this one as well to the cavalry, but pulls it back. And every single crossbow has gone down. The monk as well to follow suit. Oh my goodness. It's absolutely disastrous now for Liereyy. Lewis does snipe a monk in the middle of the map. So some small, wins, I guess, for Lewis. But overall, you're just watching this and you know that Lierey's going to be in a great position in the next few moments. Knight coming out to try to deal with these scorpions. It's a pretty good choice. So far, it's playable, though. So far, it's playable. All right, we're going to have the ram coming out. The ram's not going to do a whole lot, though. See the chat chanting ram his ass, but I mean, it's not really going to work. That's a bit of a throw from Liereyy, actually. He lost quite a few siege weapons there. I think that's 3 scorpions or just 2. The ram's going to die as well. Lost a light cav. Does pick up the middle relic, but I mean, that's the kind of trade that gives Lewis some hope, maybe. He's going to go for a second town center. Bloodline's not coming in, so his cavalry can get an extra 20 HP per. And a question from the chat. What should Liereyy be doing? Liereyy should be doing exactly what he's been doing. Besides wasting the siege, of course. That's been bad. But continue to develop your economy. Third town center is beautiful. Continue to make your light cav, because I think it's still a good unit. Potentially plan a skirmisher switch, is what I will say. I think that's a good idea. Because either you play mass scorpions or you play mass skirmishers from this position. And I feel like the skirmishers are the better option in the long run. Should Lewis get ballistics? He probably can't afford it. I think it would be good, though, if he can. It's really good against light cav, but it's just a question of whether he can afford it or not. And he just really can't. He doesn't even have a university, so long way away here from Lewis ballistics. Analytics. Thank you for the 5 months tier 1. Who wins the late game? The Magyars. Magyars win late game pretty convincingly. It's very hard for Khmer to beat them, actually, in late game. We're still a long way away from late game, and Lewis is not looking too sharp in terms of economy. No horse collar for him, no bow saw. Only wheelbarrow, which is nice, but I mean, it's not much. Oh, the trap! The flank and the trap here for Liereyy. That was beautiful. Gets a lot of hits. Only killed 1 unit, but so many are low. 2 more go down. 3 total. And the chase is still ongoing here. Liereyy is on hot pursuit. And Lewis has to run, but the running is not really possible because the light cav are actually faster. They move at 1.65, and the cavalry moves at 1.54. And so the light cav, over time, will get more hits here. And I think 1 more, and then you just pull back. Or you dive again. You could dive, you could dive, you could dive. He's going to dive. He's diving the army. He's going to dive the villages at the same time. Very, very smart pro player tactic there to overwhelm your opponent. But his opponent also a pro player will garrison everything perfectly. Loses 0 villagers. What a play from Lewis to hold on here. But still a ton of idle time. And I think that's definitely worth it for Liereyy here. But the clash of both these players, both of them playing amazing when the fights get kind of sloppy, kind of messy here. And the game continues. 3 relics now for Liereyy, 2 for Lewis. Both players want to pick up some of those relics. Very, very smart choice, of course. You always want to pick up relics in the mid-game if you can. Usually, like, the sooner the better, but sometimes you can't afford the monastery. In this case, both players could, so they're going for it. Now it's just tough. I don't see the win con for Lewis. He's losing on the field. He loses late game. He's got less relics. I really just don't see the win con for him. Did you hope you idle builds long enough so it costs more than the light cap cost? Kind of, Pop-Tarticus, but it's not exactly about that only. The way it works is you already made this light cap. You already made it, you already invest into it. Your opponent also invests into cav archers. So if you use your investment to hinder your opponent's economy, you can always make more army with your stronger economy, and your opponent's army, which you already invested into, is not getting similar value. So not only are you diving your light cav in exchange for idle TC time, you're also getting value from your army where your opponent isn't. So there's a lot going on there. It's a pretty high level concept, let's say, but still probably easy to understand when it's once explained. Yeah, and the 3 monks went down. It's just, no matter where you look, it's pretty rough here for Lewis. Only 1 monk left. Some cav archers in a dream. He's on 2 town centers, which is okay for his own sake. But I mean, it's 3 town centers here for Liereyy, and we have the elite scrim upgrades coming in now. 2 ranges. That's the transition I wanted to see. We're gonna see the 3rd range now. University is already coming down. We're gonna see ballistics at some point. I would like to see a market from Liereyy first, though. Market first would be really nice. All right, cav archers making their way down. 22 lead for Liereyy. But, finally some kills. Finally some kills for the blue players. Gonna kill 3 villagers. Looking for more. He's got ballistics. He kills 4. Good stuff from Lewis. Finally. This is what he needed, but is it too little too late? Oh, he's getting a lot of kills, though. A lot of kills here. We need the scorpions. We need the skirmishers. But the skirmisher transition is almost completed. Just missing a few armor upgrades here, and he's done. Ballistics is also missing, but that one's coming soon. He did go for a market as well, though. So Liereyy, very smart play here. He's going to go for ballistics after buying some wood. These skirmishers are not going to be fully upgraded. The game's still intense. It's still going strong. Hard to say who's gonna win, but for now, I think Lierey's got a significance and a pretty major advantage. But he's in a position where he could still make some mistakes and throw the game a little. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, and CA is very annoying to deal with. It's probably one of the most annoying units in pro play. And probably the one that has the most potential to actually win games. I would say the CA. To actively win games. It's a unit that once it hits the field, it commands a lot of respect. Like, already Liereyy immediately goes Scorpions, then transitions into Skirmishers. That's basically like double counter unit now against the CA. We have some Knights being mixed in, but there's a few Monks for Liereyy. Big engagement on the front. Lewis dives in. 1 Knight onto the siege. That's actually not a bad option. That 1 Knight is going to do a lot of damage. Oh my goodness. Lewis is diving in. He's going to snipe all the Monks. There's 4 Monks. And they all go down. Only 1 conversion in response here. Great play from Lewis. He's sniping all the Scorpions. Gets massive, massive trades here. And feels a bit sloppy, actually, from Liereyy, who lost a lot of army there to kill very little. What a play from Lewis. He's fighting. He's trying to get his way back into this game. He's down 20 villagers. Maybe only 15 now, though. He's making a comeback happen. Meanwhile, some counter raids, though. Knights going in. More Knights flying in. 8 Knights in Lewis's base. This is a code red high alert. We need something on defense to deal with these Knights. We've got a Monk so far, but 1 Monk is not enough. Oh, wow, and the Cav Archers continue to dive, guys. The Vill count is about to be evened out. This is insane from Lewis. He's going to find this town center as well. It's crazy. Good for him. He'll kill 2 villagers nice and easy. Yep, nice and easy. Yeah, the goat's coming back. He's doing a good job. He's actually evened out the game a little bit. The only issue is though here, Lierey's been in the lead for so long that now he's up a lot of res collected. He's also got much better economy upgrades. Take a look at this handcart compared to wheelbarrow, horse collar, no horse collar. Both players have bid axe, but it's still 2 economy upgrades advantage here for Liereyy and 2 really significant economy upgrades as well at that. Good kiting away from that castle. Ooh, does lose 3 cav archers though. It's gonna hurt. And Imperial Age is coming in. Horse collar finally in. But take a look at the priorities. Lewis getting horse collar, whereas Liereyy getting Imperial Age at the same time. It's kind of like the billionaire buys another mansion, and the homeless guy finds food for the day. That's basically what it is. Like Liereyy is going Imperial Age, which is very significant. Lewis is getting horse collar, which is great for him. It's really significant for him. It's like the homeless guy finding food for a day. It's amazing. It's really good. But it just doesn't compare when it's up against the mansion. It's nothing compared to a mansion, obviously. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. The horse collar is great, but it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. Imperial Age is really, really solid. It's coming in quick. Conversion for Lewis, which is solid. But yeah, it's just, man, it's hard to see a bright future here if you're a Lewis fan, or if you're Lewis himself as well. Big engagements. I like the combo that Lewis has went for, Knights and Cav Archers. Very good, but it's also expensive. And when you have a fragile economy on top of that, paying for an expensive unit is difficult. And Pure Age is in now for Lewis, by the way. But I don't know if it's going to be in time here. 2 minutes faster for Liereyy. Still kind of impressive that he was able to even click Imperial Age so fast. I feel like he was lacking a lot of resources. Yeah, the homeless guy buys a mansion, guys. Homeless guy gets food 2 days later, buys a mansion. Don't let him tell you it can't be done. It can always be done. Just follow your dreams and get a horse collar. As someone who's never watched or played this game, it seems like every AoE game is about horsemen doing a drive-by on your cul-de-sac. Oh, that is so funny, Admiral. No, it's not every game comes down to that. But that is a big part of it. Like, horse units are a very big part of Pro AoE2 because of the mobility. Very funny how you put it. But there's a lot more to the game than that, although that is a very popular strategy. And in this case, you're seeing 2 cavalry civs go at it. The Chimera are much more than just a cav civ, but I mean, they're still playing a lot of cavalry units. I became your fan for seeing you play Warcraft 3. It's very entertaining. That's awesome, man. Welcome. And hopefully my commentary here can help you understand what's going on. Besides the drive-bys, of course, which you've caught on to. Alright, a little bit of a pressure here from Liereyy, but at the same time, also more pressure down the center. Skirms, Knights, we have Cavalier coming in. Very rare to see Magyars go Cavalier, but Liereyy says I'm going to go for the most powerful unit that I have in my arsenal. Maybe besides the Cav Archers from the Magyars. It's the Cavalier into the Paladin. He's already saving up for the Paladin technology as well. It's one of the most expensive upgrades in the game. But he's saving up for it, and he's looking to go for it. 30 villager lead, all the map control in the world, relic advantage and late game advantage for Liereyy. It's looking like it's going to be a 3-1 victory here. Lewis is fighting on for dear life. He hits Imperial Age, but what's the plan? He's getting forging. For what? We've got 2 on food. Make that 0 on food right now. Lierey's absolutely dominating right now, and it's only a matter of time until Lewis will call the GG. He sells an arm and a leg, looking to get Bracer, but he's got nothing left. The arms and the legs are gone. Next up, he's got to sell his testicles if he wants to use the market again. I'm not sure if he's got anything left. He's got nothing to sell. It's horrible. The Cavaliers are dropping. Bracers coming in. GG well played is dropped. Liereyy clicks Paladin, but it's not needed. Goes up 3-1, guys. GG in the chat. Beautiful, beautiful play. Fun fact, I actually predicted that Liereyy would win 3-1, but I have no proof. The only one I told is Roxy, who's my wife, who will probably say that I didn't do it. He's lying. There you go. I knew it. I knew it. I'm living with the opposition. I believe you. Thank you, Dooku. Guys, you have to believe the streamers. Nobody has ever went online and told a lie. So I'm asking you guys now, once again, to believe me and everything I say on the stream. All right? Just because I just feel like I deserve that. Honestly, I do. All right. That's way too convenient. Well, I'm a convenient guy. I'd believe you for $10, Hera. All right, fine. Donate me $10 and we'll call it even. All right. I like that, Liereyy. I think that's a good deal. All right. Well, I cast MBL. Next set's not MBL. I think it's Sebastian and Satau, right? All right. I'd like the reverse donation, please. Wait, you want me to give you $10? Okay, I'll give you $10, but you give me $20 first. If you donate me $20, there's a high chance that I'm going to send you back $10. But there's also a chance that I get lazy and I don't do it. So I just scam you the full 20. Listen, I'm just saying. It can happen. How are you so talented? Pro caster and pro player? I wouldn't say my pro casting is about being talented. I just really enjoy doing it. I enjoy streaming as well, which is fantastic. Just full on casting today? Well, for now. Next up, we have Sebastian Satau. We might play some games after it if time permits. I'm not sure. I'm a bit tired today, but we'll see how it goes. I'll try my best with it. All right, give me 1 second. Gonna quickly use the washroom here. Clearly, Hera has cats. Look at all the cat hair on the chair. I know, I know. I do have cats. What can I do about them? They're very mischievous as well. We have a cat coming in. Push a little more. Hi, Milky. This is cat number 1. This is the best one. I'm trying the best one out of the bat. She's really cute, though. He looks like you. Thank you. Okay. Oh my god, so cute. She is really cute. Show her again. I'm gonna get really close to the camera now. Milky. We'll let her climb me. She usually just jumps off. Becky. Hey. Yeah, she's out. Alright. That's fun. What breed is he? It's a she, and she's a street cat. She's for the streets where she came from. Yeah, a lot more hair came on, but like at this point, it's like I just don't try to have anything nice around the house. Oh no, the big fat one's coming. Oh no. Oh no. This one is the fat one. And to make matters worse, she also has a really bad temper and she's misbehaved. So this one kind of sucks. But she's kind of cute as well. No, fat angry cat. She's already angry. Are you hissing at me? I feed you every day. You live in my house. And she's been hissing at me. I can't show her on the stream. Terribly behaved. Chonky like Hera. How can you say that, bro? At least I behave well. Fat attitude type shit. Bro, I swear she's got a fat personality, this guy. Just taking up a lot of space mentally and physically. You live in the cat's house? Yeah, the cat thinks it's her house. That's true. Cats do be like that, by the way. They do be like that. Alright, we're waiting for the next set to start, by the way. There's an interview. We can just watch the interview, actually. I could have just had this from the start.
Or it's like, you don't have a scout, right? So you just like, okay, he's
Liereyy
going to do this, I will counter it with this. And once I realized he's going FC, it was already too late. So I was already dead at that point.
There's some maps, Liereyy, that has a horse, but if you put a horse in the Nomad maps, it's kind of also remove the beauty of the Nomad, right?
Nah, man, I guess I have to pick Hans or something. In that case.
For example. Anyway, in this one, you spotted very quick that he was going very aggressive. I believe that was the main key here.
Once I spot the barrack, I know what his eco is going to look.
Hera, please practice Warcraft 3. I bet my old bicycle for your W. Your old bicycle might be lost. Yeah, I was muted earlier. Sorry. I was eating, so I muted earlier, and then I messed up. Hi, Hera. I love your casting. It's very educational. Thank you, Mr. Amit.
This point was more or less over here. And then what happened in the next game? I'm going to go for the next highlight. I think I can do it myself. Yes, there you go.
This time,
were you trying to go fast castle?
I rolled a 6. I thought he would go fast castle. That's why I thought I'm just going to mirror it.
I love
so sure
it.
He was going to FC.
Okay, I love it because I said I was discussing a lot with my co-caster with Fire, and I was Fire think that he's going fast castle into Scorpions or something like this. Or whatever.
I thought so as well. Like, who the hell plays normal scouts against Magyars? Which psychopath? Lewis, I guess.
Psychopath. Okay, you call it live to Louis psychopath, man? Dude, man,
who plays normal scouts against Magyars on an open map, you know? Like, Khmer's like the worst civ to go up against this. If I just go normal scouts, we're both playing full scouts, and I just have better scouts.
Okay.
I thought he would for sure go FC. There was no other way.
And then when you notice that he's not doing that, you were even thinking, okay, I'm going to keep myself fast castle, or then you decide, okay, no, I need to adapt, and what was your thought here?
Yeah, I had to adapt pretty quick. As soon as I saw the second scout, I thought like, oh shit. Then I just had to go commit to Feudal Age, but he was stuck in archers, right? So on this map, archers is like kind of rough, because you can see he can never move out. I'm just running around.
In an AoE match, how do you tell who's winning? You can tell who's winning just by looking at the score. Whoever has more score is usually winning. That's the most basic way to look at it. Otherwise, you can look at the worker count. Whoever has more villagers, more workers is also usually winning. And then you can also look at the military count. So those are the 3 things you can look at to determine who's winning and who's not.
Well, at this point, you were already 6 villages ahead, but he was keep trying for a little bit. Were you feeling that this is snowball amount of Cav archers could do enough damage to come back? Because he killed you actually many villages.
Yeah, like at this point, I only have Lycav Knights and Scorpions, but the Scorpions aren't really that effective because he can still make Knights. And I can't really defend more than one area of Scorpions. I can't just send 7 Scorpions here and there, so it's hard to defend with Scorpions. So I had to switch to Skirms. If I stayed on Lycav, I probably would die. But with the Skirm transition, the better eco, I managed to defend somewhat. Wasn't the cleanest defense. I wasn't really certain if I wanted to do Skirms, or maybe I can just stick to Scorpion, Monk, Siege, Knights. But the Skirms was correct after all.
Okay, I think Fire.
The Skirms was perfect. In my opinion, you almost have to make the Skirm transition every time. The characters are just way too broken if you don't have Skirms.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Okay, so do you remember when he started doing scouts and getting the upgrades?
When I made the upgrade on my scouts, the last
Yeah,
map?
you're doing scouts there in the back, right?
Yeah.
He's killing a villager. He lost 2 scouts and 1 HP on the other one for 1 spearman because of a villager, right?
Yeah, my berry.
He never sees you doing scouts. If he goes like 1 tower up,
Yeah,
he sees the stable, and then he keeps doing army, right? So I'm
Yeah.
telling Mem, the game could go very differently. It would be much closer. It could be different. And it's like, no, total domination. Yeah, sure, after Lewis kind of screwed up the thing because he didn't see. And that's the beauty of the game, right? And that's that I wanted to point out, but he doesn't understand. Like, you know what I mean, right? Like, he doesn't understand.
Do you still want to do you still to want to come back to Caucas with me? You said?
You love me, man. Come on. Love doesn't end like that. Just because.
Liereyy, with love like this, who need enemies, right?
True.
Remember, but Lewis knows what I mean. Like, he's just literally like, it's so funny because Lewis gamble and Lewis, right? And Luis did the right thing, which is weird. No one does that.
Imagine, Liereyy, imagine the whole casting like this, and I was, who
so
is talking?
crazy, man.
Liereyy, it was almost the same, you know. I couldn't focus anymore. I couldn't focus anymore.
If
That
he
was
didn't
kinda
lose a single
opposite.
scout there, I probably have to wait for like 4 scouts. But
Yeah,
then
and
again,
keep
he
doing
was
army.
expecting.
Where are all these dudes from? This is MemTV. He's the host of the event. This is Liereyy, the winner of the last second best battle of the world. And this is Fire. He's a homeless guy from Brazil. I'm joking. He's a pro Brazilian player. He kind of sucks though. That's why he's casting. Not just casting, he's co-casting, bro. It's like you're like bad for a caster, so you have to be like a co-caster as well. So yeah, that's Fire. Normally he's shirtless actually, but today he's not. I'm totally joking, by the way. He's a pro Brazilian player. He's quite good. Aren't you casting right now? Yeah, but I'm main casting. It's a respectable position. Who's playing next? Let's check. It's Sebastian versus Satau, guys. Let me show you guys the bracket. You guys are clueless. You guys don't know shit about what's going on here. Let me show you guys. All right. So that was Liereyy Lewis. We just watched that. Let's take a look at the bracket here. It's not updated, but that should be updated now. I guess not. Okay, but that's 3-1. You know, Lewis is gonna move on. Lierey's gonna move on here. Lewis goes to the losers bracket, to the elimination match. By the way, yesterday both favorites, Yo and Winchester, lost. So now Yo or Winchester will be eliminated, which is insane. By the way, that's so insane. Borrows Andy in the winners match here as well. That's literally insane what happened there. And now we're going to watch Sebastian Satau, which is actually my group, which is quite interesting. How does this work? So if you win this match, then you go here. Yes, you have to win 2 matches at the bottom. It's a GSL. You just have to win 1 to qualify? Wait, really? Oh. If you get 2 wins, you go to the quarterfinals. Oh. Oh. So you just have to win 1. Okay, wow. Aren't you in this tournament? I'm here, yeah. Who's clueless again? You can't say that, man. You can't do me like that. All right. Maybe I'm clueless. Maybe I'm clueless. All right, let's watch the draft for the next match. Yeah, they have it up here. Yeah, everyone gets 2 shots at winning, basically. Exactly. Wait, my YouTube chat is not happy about what I said about fire earlier. People be mean and then follow up with, I was just kidding. I know what you guys are saying, but I've like known fire for 10 years. I'm allowed a little banter. It was pretty light banter as well, guys. How did the 70,000 get raised for the tournament? It's sponsored by Microsoft. Why isn't T90 casting this? I'm not sure. No banter allowed. The world is very boring with no banter. All right, we're gonna wait till the host shows the draft, so I can just show you guys, because he has really good graphics for the draft, and we can just watch that live. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. What's up, Danielle? Good to see you. Hello, hello. T90 is not casting, but you guys have H90 here, which is a downgrade, I know, but better than nothing. Is MemTV like the Grubby of this game? No, no, no. MemTV is not like Grubby. Grubby would be like more like Viper if you retired. MemTV is just a host. He's just a caster. He's never played professionally. He plays at a decent level in his own right, but he's never been a pro player. But he does a great job of hosting events and whatnot. Yeah, he's more like Saul Ape Man. There you go. Yeah. Grubby's like Viper? Hey, Grubby is like Viper. If Viper retired, he'd be the Grubby of AOE2. Wasn't Riley casting at some point? No, Riley has always been a host only. Why does Hera never read YouTube chat? I get asked as I've been reading YouTube chat. I'm literally reading one comment from YouTube, one comment from Twitch. Hera, want to play 1v1 with me? If you want to play me in 1v1, you've got 2 options. You either pay the fee that I offer. There's a fee, you get to play with me for an hour. Or you get to invest 10 years of your life, get to a really high level, and you can just queue up on the public ladder and play me in a 1v1. So it's your pick. I'm from Pakistan. I don't have money. Better start grinding then, Mr. Pakistan. Better start grinding. Start practicing from today. I'll see you in 10 years. Will you agree to a Monopoly game if I pay the fee? Sure. I'll play a Monopoly game. I'm pretty nasty in Monopoly, by the way. I got that railroad control. Good strategy. My wish is to play with you, and I'm sure many other people have that wish. Get practicing, Liereyy. Get practicing, my friend. Problem is, listen, it's all love. You know, I love my Pakistani followers. I love all my followers, really. But if I agree to play with you, I have to agree to play with everyone who asks me. And there's just nothing in it for me, right? So I gotta say no. But again, if you can just practice, get up on the rank ladder, get your elo up, we can play together every day. In fact, you'd probably hate playing against me at that point. We can play so much you'd hate me. Gotta say, Hera, you're pretty funny. If being a pro player doesn't work out for you, you should be a comedian. Listen, I can be a comedian, but it can't be stand-up comedy. Because here's the thing about stand-up comedy. If you make one mistake and like the joke doesn't land, I would turn red as a tomato. Literally red as a freaking tomato. And I wouldn't be able to speak for the rest of the entire show. It has to be sit-down comedy because my fat ass can't stand up for that long. That's number one. But number two, I need a barrier between me and the viewers. I need to not see you guys. So I can do like funny videos. That's one thing. But to be on stage and be like, I will be funny today. I will be funny. I just can't do that. It's not going to happen. I need to like think about it. How long do you think it would take a new player to reach a game with you on ladder? I think it would take minimum 2 years to become a pro in this game. I think it's doable in 2 years. We've seen Lewis do it in like 2 years pretty much. To get to the top of the ladder. Maybe 3 years. If Hera did comedy, he would be the GOAT comedian within a year 100%. But Zaku Doda, you're a fan. You're a fan. It's like when my mom compliments me. It's like, thanks, mom, but that doesn't mean anything, really. Like in the real world, this doesn't mean anything. I appreciate it, you know. But Hera, I already played and beat you. Did you really, ADRS? I actually believe that. When is next men's health stream? Yeah, that's a good question, guys. I've been promising the men's health segment, but I just haven't delivered. We were supposed to talk about calorie consumption and lunches, but I wasn't able to squeeze that in to the schedule. I was too busy having lunch. So yeah, that'll be at some point, but you know, no promises there. Ranked matches are too fast for me, so I just spectate. That's more than fine, Radioactive Duck. I totally understand that. There was a time in my career where I actually took a break from 1v1s because they were too stressful. And I can definitely respect if someone just wants to watch or to play like team games or whatever. Totally fine. Do you think Grubby can defeat Viper on AoE2? Probably not. Any Grubby rematches scheduled? We have some ideas. But it's a work in progress for now. Hello, Mr. Kevlin. You said a prime for 8 months, my friend. What features can AoE2 take from Warcraft 3? The coiling of ass. That's what I'd want to see from Warcraft 3. I think I'd like to see the coil come to AoE2. Any Warcraft 3 later? It's possible, Galen, but I'm not sure. Hello, Hera. First time chatter, I believe. Are we just chatting today, or will there be some gameplay? Thank you for being you. Hello, my friend. Yeah, welcome. It's the first chat. Hello, Vilrun. Yeah, we're waiting for a game to start. So this is the host channel. He is just talking right now, but the next game is starting soon. So you guys have just me for now, but the next game is starting soon. It's going to be Satau versus Sebastian. I'm a caster today. I am a caster. Anything's possible when you pay Hera money. Speaking of that, we have a donation on YouTube. I bet a lot on you versus Tyler 1 on Poly Market. Don't let me down. No, you didn't, bro. Don't bet on me. No. Ah, no, guys, please. Why would you ever bet on me in Warcraft? That's ridiculous, too much. Too much. I'm telling you from now. You get 50%. I don't need the 50%. Listen, I'll do my best, but I highly, highly don't recommend you guys to bet on my performance. Has your viewership grown since you've been playing another game? It's hard to say. I think my viewership has been growing recently in general. Be it from Red Bull, from the Warcraft arc, from, the daily AoE2 grind. I'm not really sure, but we've been having some good viewership. I think we're on the rise. Hey Hera, if I prime sub, am I able to join your Patreon? Patreon something else. With a subscription, you get access to my buildup document in my Discord. So you do get something, but not the Patreon. It's been growing thanks to me. You're welcome. Okay, good job, Roxy. I agree. You've been doing a lot. Done. Boom. So Sebastian now? Yeah, we're waiting for them to start. Coiler Gog, thank you for the prime sub. Welcome. Listen, Coiler, join my Discord and you can get access to the builders there. Follow a few basic steps to take like 15 seconds max. Here we go. Here's the draft, guys. This is what you've been waiting for. So on the screen, it's going to be very confusing, but basically, they will pick a map from every category. In fact, I think they've already done the map draft, but it's so hard to tell. It's so hard to tell. Oh, no. They're doing it right now. They're doing it right now. So he's graying out some of the maps. So we have home map pick from Satau. He picked More Ass and Border Dispute. Home map picks for Sebastian. He picked Cenotes and Pacific Islands. And the game 1 map is going to be Basmo. All right. Kill. Thank you for the prime sub. I'd be down for a Roxy co-cast. How about Roxy solo cast and I go sleep? How about that? That sounds amazing. $100 subs and I take over? I saw an HROC video last year, then the Red Bull thing at Albert Hall that made me get the game. Yo, that's awesome. Look at this guy, Quiet Proof Daily. He comes in, first contact with the game, HROC video. Great. Then he sees the Red Bull event in the Royal Albert Hall. Amazing. Your channel is also growing because you're consistent with the streams. Thank you, Savage. Yep. That's one thing I try to be, as consistent as possible. I bought 2 of your Vitality t-shirts, by the way. Oh, nice. Vengeful Admiral, thank you, by the way. That's amazing. Do you have a Discord? What's the link? I do have a Discord. The link is in the description of any YouTube video. So that's the way to get into my Discord, guys. And also, thank you for your patience. We did a lot of just chatting. I know maybe not the most interesting kind of content, but still not bad. Why don't I put a banner like Satau behind you? Satau is more successful than me. I don't have a banner and I don't have any trophies. Satau's backdrop is so nice. It's so clean. Like, it's just a wall with a banner. Why can't I have that? Why do I have a freaking bed sheet behind me? What the hell's that? Why can't I have just a corner? I do have a corner. Not really, though. I don't understand how pros make the units move so smooth. When I try and lay, they move worse than StarCraft Dragoons. My friend, it's always like that. Listen, I'm playing Warcraft 3 right now, and I swear to God, when I watch a pro play, his units are moving like they're in a Roman legionary army, like the special forces, moving as a human shield force, perfectly in unison, no holes whatsoever. It's brilliant. When I use them, it's like drunk British guys after their team loses a football match. It's just complete chaos. And I don't know why it's the case, but that's just how it is. So my answer to you is, there's a lot of things and secrets behind controlling your army, but it's just hard to explain. It just comes with time. It honestly just comes with time. Is Sebastian the one who did the push-ups? Yes, Sebastian's Mr. Push-ups. And yo, guys, Sebastian's kind of mogging Satau right now. Like, hold on, let's do some analysis. Hold on, let me get the epic pen. So if we take a look at the demeanor here by the players, Hold on. Let me just get my pen. Okay, here we go. We have the pen out. So if we take a look at the players. No! Man, what the hell, bro? I'm just about to cook. Are you feeling better about Crypt Fiends now? Nah, I still hate him. Hello, Zook. Thanks for 100 bits. Dude, this guy's got... look at this. 1 stream deck, 2 stream decks, 3... My goodness, he's got like infinite stream decks. Okay, take a look at this. Look at this. Front and center. Straight down. Sebastian center screen. Satau? Kind of off to the side. Look at that. Head off to the side. Posture's a little bad. Needs a pillow for his neck as well. Hairlines like this. I don't know, guys. I feel like Sebastian's in a much better position up here. I think he's doing much better. Just looking at how things are right now. Yo, Timo, thanks for the raid. Right now we're just analyzing both players, seeing how they're doing before the match starts. It's very, very important. In my opinion, Sebastian's mogging, but hold on. Oh, that's the headset I recommended him to buy. Here's a funny story. So I recommend. So Sebastian asked me, "Yo, what headset do you use? I want to buy it." I'm like, "Yo, it's a really good headset. It's this Logitech XX whatever. It's a Logitech headset." A week later, I switched my headset, and so Sebastian's like, "Yo, bro, I got your headset. I like it." I'm like, "Oh yeah, cool." I switched to something else. So now Sebastian's on my old headset. But still nice to see it, though. I hope it serves him well. I really do. Alright, that's funny. Sebastian's on my old headset. I have nothing else to analyze. Okay, so they're doing the Civ drafts here. Hold on. They're doing the Civ drafts. Let's move my pen over out here. Hold on. I still want this. Okay. What are you using now? I'm using a Logitech headset as well, but it's just like it's like a newer model. But I didn't have time to tell Sebastian about the newer model, so he's on the older model. Oops. Alright, yo, Timo, thanks for the raid, bro. Hope you had a nice stream. Analyze the bottom left guy? Oh, the bottom left guy? That's me, right? Okay, let's take a look at... Hold on, we're gonna do a big cam analysis of myself. So if you take a look here, wait, I can't draw on myself because I'm not center screen. I can't do it. It's terrible. I don't know how to control this. Jump scare. I know. Sorry. But I can't draw on that screen. That's the problem. I can draw on this screen, but it's hard. No, it's really hard. No, I can't. Cooked, because it's an overlay. It's not how it works. Neckbeard is back. Yeah, I know. We haven't had a men's health segment in a while. Like, how do you want me to shave my beard? How come you didn't bring Sebastian on your team? On Vitality? Sebastian's a great player, but at the end of the day, I only have so much to work with Vitality, so I went with the 2 guys that I think would be best. Don't know 100 subs to me shave again. Honestly, I can't be bothered to shave, even for 100 subs today. I'm like so tired. Just a mustache. The doctor, what's up, my friend? No, I can't keep just a mustache. That'd look weird. Are you the team captain, or does it not work like that? I mean, I'm a team captain in the sense of like I have more responsibilities, but team captain is something that sounds good when you're in high school picking who you want on your football team, and it's horrible in the real world, to be honest. Like, team captain sounds like, oh wow, that guy's the team captain, but it's like I just have more things to do because I'm like the team lead. But it's I don't like it's not something that you can brag about, you know. D-Jan, what's up? Thanks for the Prime sub. Welcome. Were you team captain of your college AOE2 team? I used to stuff people in the locker just outside of the AOE2 practice room in college. Anonymous with the 5 subs. Thank you, Anonymous. Sounds like middle management? Yeah, I kind of do sound like middle management. I mean, that's kind of my position, to be honest. Here's the thing. How many subs for the Viper haircuts? You can ask Satau. He's done it for free. Just gift him some subs. So here's what happened, actually. The Vitality guy told me. He's like, we might have to reduce your salary if we want a team manager. And immediately I jumped. I said, we don't need a team manager. I'll do the job. So I am now a team manager, plus team player, and I'm working overtime just to make sure that someone else is not getting paid. Very worth it. But I'll tell you guys the real reason. Honestly. It's not even about the money. I swear to God, it's not. What it's about, I hate to see a guy pretending to do work managing me. Harry, you need anything? I'm good, dog. You're not doing shit. Thank you. Just leave me alone. Cash your paychecks and leave me the hell alone. I don't need somebody to just check on me. You know, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I know what I'm doing. So I don't need a team manager. I'm good. We're fine. I can take care of myself. I know I've been doing this for 13 years. I've been doing this shit for. So yeah, that's kind of like the main reason. But yeah, that's good. Okay. The Royal Arsenal, or something like that. The Royal Arsenal. Thank you for the Prime. Welcome, my friend. Really enjoyed your latest 1v6 game. Thanks so much for pumping out these great YouTube videos. Oh, thank you, Pharonix. You're very welcome, bro. Love it, love it. Daniela for Team Vitality manager. Roxy's already the manager. No, guys. I am the manager. Roxy only manages my dinners. A full-time job, mind you. Roxy, I haven't had my fourth dinner today. What's going on? Is the kitchen busy? Oh no. That's too much. Can I talk to the manager? Yeah. Speaking? That's too much, man. Is the green their picking pool? Yeah, they're picking here. So I haven't talked about the draft. I'm just showing it for the people who care, but they're picking civs here and here. And this is the ban. So bans down here, picks up here. So my message got removed, but someone else makes the same and it doesn't. Haha, why hate me? Red gum, a lot of people have this problem in chat. Sometimes it could be the way you worded something. What I will say is that my moderators definitely have nothing against you. Just keep in mind that what you said might have not been appropriate, okay? So just shift away from it. It's nothing personal. No worries, my friend. I have this happen a lot and people take it really seriously. When they get like a message removed, it's nothing personal, guys. My mods usually do a very good job. And it's just you probably said something that's not appropriate. So move away from that. No big deal. Dunza. Don't gotta even worry about it. Do I still love you? Of course. Yeah, it's just not appropriate. There you go. Daniela's just saying it's not appropriate. She doesn't hate you. Nobody hates you. It's all good. It's all love here. It's all love. We're just keeping the chat clean, you know? And usually what you said is probably not that bad. It's just that you don't want to like... You got to put a line somewhere. You know what I mean? Because we don't like to... When you let people get too comfortable, then it starts to get, you know, heated and bad. But we just kind of put a line down. Pick me ass message. It's all good. It's all good. Where do you buy groceries in Argentina? What supermarket do you choose? Hello, Zumzum. What's up? Thanks for the Prime sub. When I want to buy groceries, I actually take my private jet to Canada so I can buy them fresh from the Canadian local grocery store. I hate adapting to the Argentinian culture down here, so I just, you know, keep it. I like where I grew up and stuff. So, yeah, Taylor Swift ass. I mean, I do like the local stores. Like it's called a jumbo. Shumbo. Yeah, they don't let me call it jumbo down here. So I think that's like the local one that I have here. But there's like a bunch of like small stores that get me what I need. For groceries. Wouldn't it be better to have 7 or even 8 civilizations for a best of 5? I agree, Tine. But they capped it at 6. So you have only 1 extra civ. But I agree that giving them 7 or 8 is good. What's up, Hassan? Very good card today. But I fear it's going to be a Hamzat domination, which I'm cheering for him. But I hope we see a competitive fight, or at least a somewhat competitive fight. Yeah, it's going to be a fun one today. EDB, what's up? Thanks for the Prime sub. What's up, EDB? Thank you. Welcome. Where are you from, Hera? I am from Canada originally. Well, born in Canada, let's say. Say it like that. Do you like olives? I love olives. I've never seen Hera bring groceries home. He eats it on the way here. That's not true, and I'll tell you why that's not true. One time I went to the grocery store. All right. I picked out a few things, picked out a few items. Including a pineapple. I was going to the checkout. I realized I forgot my bag. And here, it's all about like recycling and reusing stuff and save the planet, so they don't give you a bag for free. Now, the bag costs 500 pesos, which is equivalent of less than 50 cents. All right. That's a lot of money. We can all agree it's a lot of money. I don't want to buy a bag. So I'm hauling a bunch of shit in my hand. There's barely enough space for the pineapple. So my pineapple is resting on my hand and my chin. So I'm walking home with a pineapple kind of bouncing on my chin, bunch of shit in my hand like this. And who do I see? The one guy on the street that I know happens to be outside a shop. I bought a scooter from him. And he just happens to be outside and he starts talking to me. Yo, what's up? How's the scooter? Brother, I'm holding a pineapple in my chin. Can I get a second here? So yeah, that was pretty awkward. Fairly uncomfortable. But yeah, that story does prove that I do bring the groceries home and I don't eat them. Because if I ate them on the way there, I wouldn't have any issues. It'd be all good. And the pineapple slipped into his mouth and he ate the whole thing. Yeah, okay. Hera not mentioning the Milanesa in his mouth above the pineapple. That's amazing. That is fantastic. As the best player, as a question from YouTube, as the best player, would you consider picking Mirror as a strategy to avoid unfavorable matchups? You can't do that. You're not allowed to pick Mirror. You always forget the bag, right? Actually, I usually forget the bag, yes, for whatever reason. Hera, I'm not overly familiar with AoE formats. Can you explain how these maps are defined? Nomad, Chaotic, Closed, etc. I get Hybrid and Water, but not sure about the others. It's usually how they end up being played out. So chaotic maps are usually like when players spawn really close together, or when there's like elements that make it like very dynamic in the early game. Nomad is when you don't start with a town center. Closed is when it's really easy to wall the map, etc. So hopefully that was just a few examples there, just Connor, to help you out there. Matt GG Lol, thanks to the Prime sub, and Am Avrat, thanks to the Prime sub. Really appreciate it, guys. We got like 10 Prime subs in the talking segment, which makes me think I have to do more of this and less of the casting. But in
I try Bohemian, but every time I play Bohemian, I lose. So I want to.
Good to know. You're in my
I feel
group.
like Bohemian is hard for me to play. I think.
Don't burn Bohemians against this system then.
Leave it open.
Sure.
I think these days it saves like Britons, Ethiopians, maybe Vikings. With archer civs, I think, are harder to master these days.
You're stranded on an island and can only bring one technology upgrade. Which would it be?
What would it be, chat?
But if I'm a villager, I couldn't use... I don't know.
You're not a unit.
Fortune.
What technology do you take with you?
It's open to interpretation.
Yeah,
It's
but
not
I need
supposed to be
something
that
to
serious.
upgrade. Okay.
I have two answers. One, I would take paper money, because then when I chop trees, I get money, and then I can buy food from other people on the island. Unless I'm by
But you're
myself.
stranded on island alone.
Okay, then I do gill nets, so I fish faster. And then I get more food.
But that's just for a fishing ship. You're not a fishing ship.
Is there people in the island?
Technology or unit? What are we now?
You are not the fishing ship.
It's open
You're
for
stranded on an
interpretation.
island. You're stranded on an island. Like, are you gonna research squires? Yeah, maybe squires so we can run faster. But you're not a militia. So.
Okay, then I do supremacy, so I'm stronger.
Yeah,
I fight the
exactly.
sharks.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, or Flemish Revolution, so we get the sword thing.
But then you cannot harvest resources.
This question is stupid because I'm
Yeah,
Bell,
it's like,
so-
let's move on.
I go for the unit tech of Hindustanis. ongoing income is faster. Like they're gonna be go in the Iceland. I gonna mining go. I want to faster, and I bring on the gold to my home.
But you're standing on the island. You're not home.
You can't go home, ACCM.
ACCM is stranded on an island, and his only concern is making money.
You fishing?
I think we just
Apparently
move on.
not.
Well, I would research Loom then, just to get some clothes or something, you know.
Your
Easy-
look doesn't
easy to
change.
help.
Do you get a different villager when you research Loom MBL? No, you look exactly the same.
But it doesn't matter. It's the purpose of it. Wheelbarrow, collect more, run fast.
What makes you think I didn't have a fishing ship when I was stranded?
Because you are not a fishing ship. It only affects the fishing ship.
That's why I
You are
asked
not.
what unit are you?
Like, let's move on. Shit question.
This is the best.
That's actually really funny. I actually love those. I absolutely love those. So funny, man. But honestly, that's actually a shit question. Because, like, what the hell kind of shit is that? You are not a fishing ship. That's too good. What's my answer? My answer is that it's a shit question. Too many things undefined. Collab with MBL, he's funny. We've done some stuff in the past actually with him, but MBL's a hard guy to collab with usually because he doesn't do anything unless you pay him. So I have to pay him up front, which I don't mind. Usually I do pay the people that collab, but yeah, it makes things a bit more awkward because then I have to plan out everything. I have to pay the guy as well. My goodness, everything on me. Yeah, don't worry. He's gonna go full time soon for the 25th time. Things will change. But we've done like a podcast with MBL actually, which is it was pretty good. Except when MBL showed up on your stream when you weren't here. When did that happen? I feel like I don't even know about that, which is a problem. Oh, when Lewis was casting, true, in the China line, yeah, NBL came out of nowhere, but that was kind of fun though. I think it was okay. The podcast was great. It really was, and it still is actually. We have to do the next episode soon as well. I'm waiting on Mesmore to send me the message. Oh, they've started. Oh, they're already in game. Shit, I've been just stalling. They're already in game for 4 minutes. Oh my goodness. The China LAN? Yeah, when I was at the China LAN event, I had Lewis cast it on my channel. He did a good job, actually. Alrighty, guys. Hopping right in. Welcome. We have Satau versus Sebastian. Can I get a mod to just update the title, please? Mods, update the title when you can, if you don't mind. Thank you so much. Just change the names on the front end. That's perfect. Welcome in, guys. Satau sitting at 2951 elo. Sebastian 2818. Both very high ranked players. We did a facial analogy, not analogy, but analysis earlier, so we know which one has been mogging so far. But mogging doesn't win you games. It's all about how you play on the field, and both of these players are actually in my group. Thank you to Breja. Appreciate that one. So we have a best of 5 here between Sebastian and Satau, and again, both fantastic players. Satau is the #1 best French player from France, and Sebastian is the #1 best player from Uruguay, and actually, he's the only player from Uruguay, so congrats to Sebastian there. He's hitting all titles there, and he's doing a great job. The rest of the players are from Argentina. But yeah, we're going to see this map here. Nice little map here, Basmo. And I think it's a great map. So basically, I mean, there's a lot going on. Basically, this is the closed category. You start with a base that's fully stone-walled, which looks good. This looks like arena, but you have no wood inside. Where do you get wood? You could take it up here, where you have the only stone on the map behind a line of trees. So this stone is very valuable. Both players have that. And it's, of course, defended by the 2 gates and the stone wall setup. And then you also have wood in the center all around the middle, where it has a hill, but no resources on it besides some deer. On the sides, you have some gold and some small wood lines that you can take to give you some additional options. But overall, you got to take wood in the center or behind the stone wall. So pretty crazy map. Really, really creative from the map makers. This map has been, I think it was made like 1 or 2 years ago now. I don't have a variety channel. So I have 2 channels on YouTube right now. I've got the main Hera channel. I've got the Hera gameplay channel, which is owned by me. Yeah, I own the Hera gameplay channel. It's an official one. I'm thinking of making a Hera variety channel for like Warcraft content and all things outside of AoE2. I think that could be really good. I just didn't really have time to make it right now. For this Warcraft event. I didn't have enough time to prepare it. But I might eventually make one. I think that could be kind of cool. The problem with making another YouTube channel, though, is that I'm not that big of a creator. So to have like a 3rd channel is a bit much for my size. I know I'm big IRL, but like online, we're growing and we're doing well. We have good viewership and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know if I can like commit to like a 3rd channel. I think that's a bit much. But maybe one day. It could be quite interesting. What is this mining camp? This mining camp's actually correct, by the way. JF. I know it looks horrible, but because it's a 3-tile gold, you can actually mine it very efficiently with like 4 villagers, which is exactly what he wants, even though it looks weird. My 2nd channel is called Hera Gameplay. You guys should watch it. I upload a pro 1v1 game every single day. No clickbait. Tells you what civs are there. You can go through all the games. You can see the player, the civs, the map. Boom, no clickbait. It's perfect for any hardcore AoE2 fan, or even if you just enjoy like a game of AoE2 a day, the Hera gameplay is perfect. We upload every single day. It's no clickbait and minimal ads. It's perfect. It's so good. I understand. Unfortunately, I'm not interested in AoE2 unless it's an interesting game like his 1v4 or full longbowman. Oh, that's cool. So how do you know about my channel, X-Men? I'm curious about that. Are you only following me for the interesting 1v4 games and whatnot? That's pretty cool if so. Alright, so we have a stable and a blacksmith approach from Sebastian. He's going to go for a fast castle with some light cav. Not a strategy that's particularly good with the Portuguese, but it is just a good strategy in general. For Satau, we have the Way, who is doing the exact same thing. I kind of like the Way a bit more, to be honest. Better than the Portuguese for the scout strategy. I don't know about the 2nd channel. Yeah, check it out, bro. Check it out. I really like the tiny map series that T90 did. It would be cool to see something like that. I could play a tiny map game against someone else. I think that could be fun. I might do that at some point, actually. I think that's a good video idea. So the Way are like one of the best civs in the game. But then again, so are the Portuguese. I like these little house walls that Sebastian's setting up. I don't know what he's planning there, but it's not bad. Hello, Vengeful Admiral. Thank you for the donation. Hera, can you teach me how to make sure players don't watch the stream to look at the other player's base? Good question. Why aren't the players cheating? That's basically the question here. And we have a couple measures of stream of anti-cheat. So if there's no measures in place, a player in theory can watch the caster stream and can see what the opponent's doing. That's true. But we have a 2-minute delay. So there's a 2 minutes real-time delay, which in-game translates to about 3 minutes and 20 seconds, something like that. So that delay is a pretty big deal. And most tournaments have like a camera that's pointed at you, and or they're a LAN event where you're on stage in front of people so people can see you. So if you're caught looking to the side, and it happens repeatedly, you're always looking to the side, and you find things that you're not supposed to find, it's very obvious that you're cheating. So we have pretty good anti-cheat. That being said, a player can probably still cheat if they really wanted to. Your campaign videos are awesome, Hera. Thank you. More coming. I'm going to do another one very soon. Scout play from both sides. And it looks like we're going to see a town center right away from Sebastian. And instead a monastery from Satau. So that's the difference. So Satau goes for a monastery. He wants to play for the relics. He's already getting extra villagers because he's getting economy upgrades. And Sebastian says, listen, I just want extra villagers via extra town center. But Satau does the exact same thing. He also makes a town center on the stone. So both players are doing pretty much the exact same thing, just in slightly different orders. Thank you. You're very welcome, Vengeful Admiral. It's a good question, really. It's not something that you can really know without asking, so it makes sense. Could just be a friend and have them in your ear on Discord, but the 3-minute delay is just huge. Yeah, I agree. I agree. There's still ways to cheat if you really wanted to. My opinion on the cheating thing is that it used to be a lot easier to cheat, actually. Like, it used to be like very easy to cheat. I was actually one of the main guys pushing for anti-cheat. I was telling the host, like, listen, we all love each other here, but there's some serious money at play, and there's like 0 anti-cheat. So can we get some like, let the people join a Discord and have an admin there? Like, let's get some stream delay, stuff like that. Some anti-cheat. My opinion is, if a person is cheating, it's gonna be really obvious to tell over time. So they could win one tournament by cheating, but over time, if they do it repeatedly, they will be caught for sure, and the punishment is very severe, so it's not advisable. And that's completely taken away the moral aspect and the sportsmanship aspect as well, which is obviously, you know, the main factor. I can't be here without asking for TGs. Hello, Enki Silence. Thanks to 100 bits. Yeah, same answer as always, though. Nothing's changed, unfortunately. All right, so far so good for Satau. I mean, both players, they traded 1-for-1 on the scouts. It's a pretty basic standard game so far. Both players are doing the exact same thing, like Cav and Monks, but Satau has the Monks a little faster, so he'll bring back his first relic, or he's going to run away with it. He's scared of that scout. Okay. Do you get a fine if you get caught cheating? You don't get a fine, but what's going to happen to you is that you'll get banned for many years from Microsoft tournaments. Monk does go down. And on top of that, you would get your prize pool revoked. So the punishment's very severe. Like, you would ruin your career completely over cheating. 100%. If it's like unambiguous, hardcore cheating, you're done. Sebastian's gonna go for a middle of the map castle. Sheesh. So he went heavy on stone. But the problem is the middle of the map castle is not doing a whole lot right now, but it will let him make the unique unit, the organ gun. And it does kind of control the middle, which is nice. There's a hill in the center, which is nice. I think you have been in secret cheating and no one knows about it. Nectar, you think I'm cheating? You know why I can never cheat? You want to know why? Because if I'm cheating, I wouldn't be able to think about the game. Because the entire time is like, I'd just be thinking, if I lose this game, I am pathetic. I'm cheating, I can't lose. So I wouldn't be able to focus. I'd literally lose every game because I can't focus. That's literally the #1 reason why I can't cheat. I don't understand how cheaters don't think about that. Like, how are you not self-conscious about those? Like, I would be thinking about it the whole time. But anyway, cheating aside, guys, it's a pretty clean scene, so there's no point of getting caught up on it. Losing while cheating must be embarrassing too. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to live with myself. It's like, I should have looked at the stream a second time. Like, how can I miss this? You know, like, just like, what do you even say? Organ guns coming out on the field here. And oh my goodness, they are slapping up these spears. But of course, just spearmen. It's not the most impressive unit. And it's not living the most impressive life, nor having the most impressive death. Just kind of dies and is forgotten. But the organ guns are on the field, and they're very solid as a unit. But that expansion from Sebastian is caught out. She tries to go for a second, or is that a third, actually? Third town center outside on the map. And it gets denied. At least for now, it gets denied. Sebastian is going to go back and finish that one up, though. And again, he's just desperate for wood, which is why he's making it out there. On the other side, Satau does not really care too much about wood. He just makes it inside his base to stay nice and safe. And all of his wood comes from this area, which is good for now. But if this wood runs out, and there's not that much of it, there's like, what? There's 23 trees, so there's like 2,000 wood. And then, oh no, there's like 10,000 wood in here. Oh no, actually the wood will last a long time. There's 10,000 of it. That's a lot more than I thought. Wow, there's really 100 trees on the screen. Yeah, you wouldn't think about it, but yeah. Are you sure there's 10k there? Yeah, I checked. Bloodline's armor coming in now for Satau. He's playing towards his Tiger Cavalry, his unique unit from the castle. Petard's coming in now for Sebastian. I actually hate Sebastian's approach here. I don't think it's good at all. I think he's in a really bad position. And I much prefer Satau's position here. Like, going petards on a map like this, especially so late into the game, I feel like it's not the right call. I think this castle here is probably not enough as well, not strong enough. I think it had to be a forward castle, probably. One conversion, and the other light cap goes down for, I think, 2 monks there. So it ends up being a pretty even trade. And middle of the map castle for Satau. Satau is going to go for it. I think this is completely illegal. He's going to try. He's got 4 Haguan cavalry. The Organ are kind of out of position. Light cap's trying to dive in here for Sebastian. Goes down to the town center. Haguan on the Organ guns. They're going to push them back, force them to run away. The Organ guns could potentially cut this down. But with the mobility from the cavalry, they should be more than fine. Castle in the center here from Satau. But Sebastian has redemption. He converts a mangonel. He paid 475 gold for that technology to be able to convert siege weapons. Ooh, kills 5 villagers with the converted mangonel, and the other villagers are going down. As I said earlier, I love this strategy from Sebastian. It's absolutely beautiful. Control the center, win the game. It's that simple, and it makes a lot of sense. Cavalry trying to run in here. Organ guns on the field, but the monks are out of juice, so they can't defend the organs. Organs on the bottom did get cleared up. I don't know where they even went, but they got cleared up for sure. Organs on the front, though, at large, doing very, very well. And I don't know why Satau keeps forcing that middle castle. I feel like it's not needed. Just castle, even at home, would be okay, but he tried to go for the center. Maybe a bit too greedy there. Satau could get this one denied as well. Mangonel coming, though. This could be a big shot. Oh, the Mangonel could take a shot. You gotta take a shot, bro. Satau missed 100% of the shots that he didn't take there. And well, he does get the castle up in the end. And he's going to go for the Tiger Cavalry now. Devotion right away. That's going to make him more resilient to monk conversions. And the Tiger Cav, for those who don't know, right here. This is literally one of the best units in the entire game. It's getting a small nerf, but it still will remain one of the best units in the game. It's so incredibly powerful and broken. It's just an amazing unit, is what I want to say. It's just an amazing unit. So it's really good. Satau goes for a castle on the right side. Castle on the right side here for Satau. Brilliant. Perfect play. I love how fast he did that. Get some Tiger Cav on the field. Right away we go for the castle. Target Sebastian's very exposed town center here. And what do you do if you're Sebastian? What do you do if you're Sebastian here? Hera, as a Warcraft 3 viewer, I watched the Red Bull tournament where you came back from 03 and 153 with the orchestra, and it was so cool. Nice, Invader Inc. So wait, you went back and watched it on the YouTube videos, yeah? That's awesome. I'm happy you enjoyed it. That was one of the best AW2 tournaments ever. We hit the peak viewership of AW2 of all time in that tournament as well. Second castle forward for Sebastian. He's up to Imperial Age, and he's looking to get some trebuchets out in the field. Listen, I prefer Sebastian's position here, honestly. I think Satau has a decent fighting chance with those castles. And I think he's got a good army now with Tiger Cavalry. But he's going to be up against Imperial Age. And Imperial Age, for the Portuguese, you get all kinds of monk upgrades. Organ guns can always hold their own. You get Bracer to boost the castle if you want it. Although he doesn't even have fletching here. Yo, Hera, hello from Cologne, Germany. Hello, Morp. What's up? Alright, Tiger Cav on the field. Doing very well here for Satau. Villagers, what are these villagers doing? They opened the gates! The gates of Mordor have been opened up and the Tiger Cav are flooding in. What a huge mistake from Sebastian. Oh my goodness, you can't allow this to happen. 15 villagers are going down. How? Why? How can we let this happen? Can I speak to the manager? I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. Sebastian's getting destroyed here. He's no defense, no looking, nothing. There's nothing to help these villagers. Satau is feasting. The Tiger Cav are going crazy. Meanwhile, there was a dive. Satau tried to dive and he got converted, so he had to delete his units. Holy shit, there's action absolutely everywhere. It's a blunder from Sebastian, though. He lost 15 villagers for free. He's losing more now. He's lost 30 villagers total this game. He only now reacts. But the gate's been rammed down. It's all so late. What he should have done, he should have deleted a side wall and ran out the side. That's what he should have done. He could have saved those villagers. They didn't have to die. Alright, trebuchets on the castle. Got a lot of organ guns. The push is still live. The push is still live. And Satau is so far from Imperial Age, guys. Don't be surprised if Sebastian still wins this game. Alright? He is in a good position despite the losses. Alright? The losses do make things a little awkward. The game is now 50-50, I would say. Where Sebastian's got the push, but Satau's got the economy advantage. The problem is the economy is all nice and well. But look at this. You gotta expand. The economy that Satau set up is super fragile. It's all in one spot. Up here and up here. That's 2 spots, I guess. He's now trying to expand it to the sides. Making horrible lumber camps and mining camps on the sides. Very exposed. I guess that's just par for the course, though. Can't really do anything besides that. What a strange map. Yeah, but a pretty fun one as well, though. Hello, Renokus. We have a famous guy watching me on YouTube. He's got a little check mark and everything. What's up, Renokus? Good to see you, my friend. Rookie mistakes? Even the pros make them. Young Insane. Stop spamming emotes, please. I think you might be a bot, by the way. Are you a bot? Can you type something an AI would never type? Did Hera just say he liked the map? Yeah, like the map, but not love the map, Diaz. I don't get attached, you know. Alright, Siege Workshop goes down. Yeah, I think that guy might be a bot. Nah, no bot. Okay, not a bot, just dumb and attention-seeking. Okay. Young Insane. Try to not crave attention so much that you would spam the chat with emotes, okay? Just talk like a regular human being, my friend. Be fantastic. It would be fantastic. Organ guns are doing well. Good DPS. The monks are getting some conversions on the Tiger Cav. Big charge in from Satau. Mix of Light Cav and Tiger Cav. Looking to clear up the monks first. He's going to snipe all of the monks. But the army should get cleaned up here, especially with the conversions that Sebastian was able to pick up. A lot of organ guns on the field. They kite back. They take their shots. They're doing so freaking well here. I love these organ guns. I love these organ guns. They're doing so freaking well. And Sebastian now takes a score lead. 500 score up. But still, 30 villagers behind. Can Satau somehow hold this? The push is so strong. This is late game gunpowder. Now, of course, these are not elite organ guns, so they're not the strongest that they can be, but they're still pretty damn powerful. It's a strong Castle Age unit. Okay, he responds. He said it wasn't attention spamming. It was responding to the action on the field. That's a great response. Young Insane, that's a great... He's not saying... He responded saying, I don't care about your attention, Hera. I just love what I'm seeing on the screen and I'm matching the energy with my emotes. You know what? Talk your shit, bro. Spam your emotes. You've won the argument. I like it, bro. That was a good response. I didn't expect that from you. Honestly, I didn't expect that. But then he said, but Jesus Christ works in mysterious ways. Thus, this will be the last time I watch. God bless. Oh my God. Oh no. He's not gonna watch anymore. He's not gonna watch. He's done. He's out. He's not gonna take that sass from the streamer. -1 viewer. How do I recover from this? I don't have many viewers, honestly. I can't be losing them to just talking shit to the chat. I gotta watch what I say. It's a lesson right now. You lost yourself a customer? Technically, he was not really a customer. He wasn't a subscriber. He was just a viewer. It's like I lost the guy that's looking out the window of my restaurant. That's what I lost. There was a guy making a lot of noise and looking outside the window into my restaurant, and he's no longer there anymore. And I'm not sure I'm that unhappy about it. I think I'm kind of okay with losing that guy. It was a potential customer. But he's gonna go look elsewhere now. We might see him outside of Gucci the next day. We'll see. Dayshars with 1,000 bits. He says, glory to the window watchers. Oh my goodness. It's a whole community of you guys. By the way, these organs are tearing ass. Dude, nothing can touch the monks. It's such a strong push down the center. Up top here, we had a castle attempt from Satau. Trying to go for a forward castle, make something happen. But the Trebs from the center and just tons of organs. 60 army on the field now for Sebastian. The castle goes up and goes down. And this area is really vulnerable. I think Sebastian will look into pushing that next. Holy. Dude, bro, Maximus, thanks for the 100 bits. Talking about the window watchers. Rise up. It's the whole gang. All right. By the way, the guy actually left. It's kind of insane. Wait, like, I like him now. I like him more when he left than when he was here. He like stood his ground. Like, I respect that shit. You know what I mean? He said, I'm getting sassed out by the streamer. It's the last time I'm watching. Boom, closes out. That's it. Bring him back? I can't. That's the way life goes. I had one chance and I blew it. That's it. Now he's gone. He's gone. He's never coming back. Yo, Anonymous. Like I still have Anonymous though. Thanks for the 5 gifted. And we see the GG in the chat here. Sebastian goes up 1-0. King in the North dropping 25 subs. Get the W's in the chat. Shout out Anonymous as well. 5 and 25, guys. That's 33 if my math's correct. Ton of subs for the chat. Drop the W's. Thank you so much, King. He's been so generous. 200 subs this week only, just from King of the North. It's crazy. It's a treasure train as well, guys. It's the perfect time to gift subs. All right, you can be window watchers, or you can get inside and be customers. Gift some subs. Come on now. You get 25% discount. All subs gifted, or is it 35? It's 35 subs. 35% off. Perfect time to gift subs, guys. Don't just watch from the window. Come inside and be a customer today and support the channel in ways that this guy on YouTube can never support the channel. All right, camera 2. Gonna wait for the next game to start. It's 1-0 Sebastian. Those are actually a very entertaining game, by the way. I loved it a lot. I think it was really cool. Here's to cheer you up after losing a window customer. Thank you, Waldemar, for the 100 bits. And thank you, Sturin, for the Prime sub. I really lost him. Like, I'm actually kind of upset. Renoka says he lost so many villas and still wins. Wow. Yeah, dude, honestly, that was really impressive from Sebastian. It just shows how strong his strategy was, right? Like, he made a huge blunder. He lost like 25 villas, maybe more, like 30 villagers on the wood line. And he still won the game. It's insane. EK with the 10 gifted. EK, you're a freaking legend. Thanks for the 10 gifted. Warfest, thank you so much for the Prime. Welcome, my friend. Mad Hyena, thanks for gifting us up to Window Watcher himself. Gifted us up to Window Watcher himself. Thank you all very much for the support. It's been a blast, honestly, covering these sets for you guys. Next game has already started, so we're going to hop in. Come on, Hera, we were all window watchers when we were kids. Yeah, but we're not kids anymore. We're like 35 now. We can't be watching from the windows. We're all boomers out here, including myself. I actually used to... I'll tell you a story, actually. I was a nasty window watcher once. So, anyone remember the show Cake Boss on like TLC or some shit? Basically, just a guy, some Italian guy. He's got a family, and he makes cakes that look nice, all right? And they have like some drama as well. It's like some family drama with cakes. Anyways, we were huge fans of the show growing up. So my dad takes us on a trip to New York, or New Jersey, one of them. I don't even know where the shop is. So we wait this whole line. It's 2-hour line to get into this bakery. It's called Carlos Bakery. All right. Oh my goodness. Interrupted the story. 50 gifted subs. Felices, 50 gifted W's. Who cares about the story? W in the chat, 50 gifted. Oh my goodness. Felices, don't ever interrupt me again, though, when I'm talking. No gifted subs when I'm telling a story, okay, guys? It's a warning, Felices. Thanks to the 50 gifted, but I'm telling a story. I'm going to continue my story. We're not starting the game. We're not going to start the game until I finish the story. Oh my goodness, the subs are raining in. I have no authority. This is my stream. Stop gifting subs. I have no authority. This is not reverse psychology. I want to tell my story. There's no time. 200 gifted from King of the North. Oh my goodness. That's the second time I've ever gotten 200 gifted. Oh my goodness. Wait, what story? We're hopping into the game. What story? No one cares anymore. That's 200 gifted. Holy shit. Bro, I'm actually speechless. Guys, W's. Whoever got Whoever got a gifted sub, say thank you. Seriously, 200 gifted is crazy. And, 50 gifted from Valisas, 10 from Anonymous, 5 from Triage, 10 from Portero, Fofoquiero. Thank you so much, everyone. Honestly, it's so amazing. I woke up early today to cast. I was thinking of taking the day off. It was so easy. It was an easy decision. Hera, sleep in, wake up, have lunch, go back to sleep. That was the plan. It was such a good plan. I already had breakfast. Could eat another lunch, maybe 2, go back to sleep. Such a nice Saturday. What happened? I ate lunch. I had another snack afterwards. Had lunch number 2. And I went to stream. And that was well rewarded here by your gifted subs. Thank you so much. Triash with 10 more. You guys are legends. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And we'll hop into this game 2. So, game 2, guys. Border dispute. There is a border. And it's a big problem because they're all really close to each other here. All right. So we have Mongols and Lithuanians. Sebastian's got the Mongols. He's playing in red. And he's feeling good after that 1-0. We have a bit of an issue. Oof. Sebastian outplayed him so hard. Satau had his greasy goblin hands trying to lure Sebastian's deer. Sebastian brings a villager, outlures him with a villager, and then takes the deer and hits the scout. So brilliant play from Sebastian here, doing such a killer job in this early game. Anonymous with the 20 gifted subs. Thank you so much, Anonymous. Really appreciate that. YouTube, just to translate it, I'm getting so much money from the stream on Twitch that I can retire after the stream and never stream again. But who's going to pay for my lunches if I do that? So I'm going to continue streaming, never stop. You know how it goes. The militia coming in. The quick walls, non-existent. These are no loom. Oh, they have loom. Sebastian has loom. Sebastian has loom. This militia rush will not do anything. How did he know to get loom? I would never have loom there. How does he know? How does he know? That's insane. So he has loom, doesn't take any damage from the drush. And this drush is really bad for the early game economy from Satau because it delays him quite a bit. And Sebastian's now fasted a feudal age. Mill in the center instead of milling the berries or dock in the center. You don't see that every day. And hold on. Shrimpsonite, thank you for the 5 gifted. And Roxy, thanks for the 5 gifted as well. Appreciate you guys all very much for the support. Seriously, it means a lot. And don't worry, I won't stop streaming, and I certainly won't due to a lot of gifted subs. That's only motivating me more, and I really, really do appreciate it. The militia trying to find some value. No way. Oh my goodness. Sebastian's a freaking baller. That was crazy. I didn't even see the angle. That was literally insane from Sebastian. Combine that with what he did earlier with the scout as well. I mean, that was absolutely just ridiculous. That was literally ridiculous. He got gate mogged. Sebastian quick wall mogged Satau. That was insane. But he seems to be in like top form. Alright, stable now coming up from Sebastian. Sebastian's a good player and he's only getting better. He needs to do his push-ups. Honestly, Sebastian must have dropped like 30 push-ups before this game. He's playing sharp. Can't wait for Sebastian's Patreon. It should be coming soon. He did scout the competition. Sebastian's a guru, bro. He knows how to make some money. Alright. 100 bits from Dayshar. Warcraft 3 or no? Today, my friend, it's not looking likely for the Warcraft. I'm not gonna lie. I think we're gonna cast some Age of Empires. And then I have a dinner obligation at night. So I might just go for that as well. So I think today, no Warcraft. But we'll do some Warcraft on Monday or Sunday night. Sunday night, Monday for sure. How's that? How many dinners? I have 1 dinner only tonight. But I might eat a little bit more beforehand. It's kind of like a pre-dinner, like a snack. We'll see. No, I know you guys, like, I have half my audience here that really wants to see Warcraft because you guys are addicted to watching me lose in Warcraft. and the other half that doesn't want to see it. But either way, I'll try my best to satisfy both. So far, it's Scouts and Spearmen now from Sebastian. Range as the defensive option from Satau, just trying to keep the things down locked with some skirmishers, a couple Spearmen at home as well. He's playing purely defensive now, and that's because his militia did nothing. Once you make a mistake like that, you have to stay on defense. Oh my goodness, 2,000 bits from Valises. What about now? Does this change your mind? All right, Valises, do you want to see Warcraft or Age of Empires? After, let me just ask you this. I'm not saying I'm going to do it, but I just want to know, Valises. Do you want to see Warcraft or AoE2 after I finish this cast? We have a few games left. I'm just curious. King of the North wants to see AoE2. He says, come on. He says, come on, I gifted 200 subs. Listen, I'm not saying I'm going to do either. I'm just asking. I just want to know. King of the North wants to see some AoE2. I need to see who I need to please here, you know? Instead of bits, offer him some food. Let's do some TGs. Enki Silence is going to get so happy about that suggestion, Roxy, but I'm definitely not doing TGs after this. 100% not doing AoE2 TGs after this one. I'll tell you what the possibilities are. The possibilities are AoE2 ranked 1v1s, Warcraft ranked 1v1s, and more realistically, Hera goes to sleep after eating a second lunch after the stream. That's the most realistic outcome here. Mr. Elisar, thanks to the bits. Chronicles show match with the Spartans, please. You're reaching with that one. Maybe one day, my friend. Maybe one day. I vote for the shirt off. I think the shirt stays on in all categories. I really do. I think it will stay on, guys. All right, Sebastian pushes down through the center of the map, kills a spearman. We have a poll, guys. Everyone has to vote this. So it's shirt off, all caps, AoE2, Warcraft 3. I'm voting shirt off because that seems like I end the stream and take my shirt off. So vote the poll, guys. It's really important. Peace-uts. Peace-uts. Thank you for the 10 gifted, my friend. Really appreciate that. You're a freaking legend. What up, peace-uts? Bloodline's coming in now from Sebastian. This is going to be Skirm Scout against Spear Skirm. Let me tell you something about Satau here. You know, he's down 1-0, but in my opinion, Satau is one of the best players at making use of Spearmen and Skirmishers. I know that's really random, but he's actually one of the best players at making use of Spear Skirm. It's a very hard combo to use. This is extremely good for beginners, by the way. For beginner players, this is like broken. This is like overpowered. For pro players, it's usually not the best comp, but in Satau's hands, it's very solid. And he's at a really high elo because he's using that a lot on the rank ladder as well. Dayshar, thanks for the 100 bits. I support the King in the North. You support King in the North, so you got 2 votes on the AoE2 now from the stream chatters. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. What can I do, man? Hera eats literally anything and everything, says Arthur. What can that clip be about, if that's the title? All right, I'm gonna watch that clip after this game, just because I'm curious as to what the hell's going on there. All right, so Satau continues to move forward. Remember, these units don't scale. They are not very good scaling units, but they're really good for Feudal Age and Castle Age. Less good in Castle Age because then Siege comes through, but in Feudal Age especially, they're very strong. They both move faster. Both these units move faster because of the Lithuanians. Big engagement going to happen. It's going to be Scouts and some Skirmishers against Skirms and Spears. Good kiting from Satau to start this one off. He's going to use the Skirmishers and pick off the Spearmen from Satau. It looks like the poll is over and Shirt Off has won. AoE2 comes in second place though. Okay. So maybe I take my shirt off and play some AoE2. And then talk about Warcraft. So everyone is satisfied. How's that? So you had a good amount of votes on Warcraft as well. All right, fletching is now coming in. I can't believe we're still playing with no fletching. At this point, we have armor on the Spearmen. So there's a lot of commitment here from Satau. He's getting all the upgrades that he needs. And remember, he was pretty far behind early on in this game. He's trying to fight his way back. He makes a critical mistake. The Spearmen are kind of out of position here. He's got so many spears, though. What is that? 10 spears? 9 spears on the field here. Sebastian's got more skirmishers, though. And with more skirms, he can dominate the fights. Good play from Sebastian. Looking fantastic for him right now. Gotta love to see it. What is this coffee pasta? Breakfast, check. Brunch, lunch 1, afternoon snack, lunch 2, dinner 1, dessert, dinner 2. Really? I'm gonna go to bed on an empty stomach? Where's the pre-bed snack? What the hell is wrong with you guys? You guys are starving me with that kind of schedule. It's ridiculous, bro. Yeah, they skipped afternoon tea as well. I mean, they don't know how to make it. I'll show you legitimately. You know what I have to do? You know those those influencer morning routines? I have to do one for you guys. I have to do like a morning routine, like a full day routine, like a day in the life. I'm gonna do a day in the life. Day in the life of Hera. I'm gonna actually record one. Roxy's the cameraman. We're doing it. We're straight doing it. It's gonna come out soon. It's gonna be hilarious. All right. I'll do a day in the life. Hello, Hera. I'm new to AW2. Welcome, my friend. What's the best place to get good? Best place to get good? Start with my YouTube channel, my friend. I recommend you watch the guide to 2K on my YouTube channel. 5 episodes that help you get started with the game. Okay, my friend? That's where I recommend you start. And welcome to the game and welcome to the community, my friend. Sebastian's all over Satau, by the way. He's up to Castle Age. He's winning every single fight. The Spearmen haven't touched anything this game. They have 0 kills. Look at these guys. 0 kills. 8 units. My goodness. These guys are more useless than work-from-home engineers. They're doing nothing. The Skirms at least killed 1 unit. And they've done something. Okay. Tower defense, I mean, that's not bad. I didn't come here to get attacked like that. Oh, suddenly now the work from home gang has time to type, eh? I thought we're taking Saturdays off. You guys still working hard. Look at this guy. I know you guys are working from home. You know why? You know how I know? I'll be streaming to like 3,000 people on a Tuesday. Ain't nobody talking in chat. There's like 4 people, the unemployed bunch, talking in the chat. And then every now and then, a guy drops 30 gifted. And he's like, yo, Hera, no time to type, but love the content. Like, I know what you're doing. You're splitting the paycheck with me. I know what you're doing. For the entertainment while you work. I appreciate it. But I'm on to you guys. Like, I know. I know it's happening. So just know you guys aren't slick. I know I'm babysitting the work from home. The work from home crew. But I like it. I think it's good. I think it's good. We're your entire audience that gives you money. You're on thin ice, buddy. We'll unionize and make you do a 48-hour stream. Honestly, after I lost that last customer... No, sorry. After I lost the window watcher on YouTube, I am going to take it a step back. So, work from home, guys. I hope we're cool. I took it a step far. I apologize. Honestly, I really do. It's a sincere apology. Hope you guys will continue watching my window and consider coming in and becoming a customer. That guy actually left, by the way. I'm legit self-conscious about it. I keep checking, hoping to see him again. Maybe can I see some brain dead emote spam? But no, he's actually gone. It's crazy. Unsubbed and everything. Quite hilarious, actually. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 talent setters from Sebastian. I think he wants to expand his economy, but I'm not sure. Satau. Oh, Satau's gonna go for a forward castle. No. What? What? Oh my goodness, the lack of testosterone is palpitating. This is horrible. That's terrible. This castle is not good. It had to be forward for sure. And I know it's difficult to bring it forward, but you had to force it. With a forward castle, he could have won this game because you're gonna push him off you're gonna push Sebastian off of 2 town centers. You come up here, you force the castle down here with 20 villagers. You push him off the main goal, kill all his farms, kill both town centers. Suddenly we have a game. Castle at home? And Sebastian scouts it. I mean, it's going to be the easiest switch to cav archers in his life if he wants it. Or he can just start mining stone and go Mangadai, right? That castle's not going to do enough. And he should know because he's behind, right? So how this game works, let me explain this for even a beginner to understand, okay? For a beginner to understand, Sebastian has 4 town centers. So that's 4 times the villager production that Satau has with only 1 town center. He can try to catch up, but catching up is like Usain Bolt is ahead of you 100 meters, and it's a 400-meter race, okay? Are you going to catch up? No, probably not. The guy's flying ahead of you, right? So catching up is not an option. What you have to do is you have a gun. You have to shoot Usain Bolt. This is America. You got one shot. You have to shoot him. Listen. This is America. This is how things work here. You have to take your shot, okay? You gotta shoot it. You gotta drop the castle forward, and you have to hope that you catch the guy that's ahead of you. Okay? So that's what you have to do. So, if you miss your shot, it's tough, but you have to take it. And Satau had the gun in his hand, and he said, you know what? I'm actually against gun laws. Put it back in his pocket, and that's it. He took a political stance. It was crazy. It's a race. Why are you taking a political stance? Just take your shot, Satau. Trying to win the shit or not. So, anyway. That's what happened. So, Satau, very popular amongst the vegans. Didn't take a shot, and they respect him for that. But unfortunately, he's down 15 villagers right now. He's down 15 villagers, and his opponent is actually just stonewalling his map and securing his advantage. So it's really difficult for Satau to win from here. Like, I would say kind of impossible. Because the lightest aren't going to do enough. I mean, let's see what they can do. I don't think they're going to do enough, but maybe I'm wrong. I like the stonewalls from Sebastian. He's playing it overly safe, but it's going to be pretty difficult to get anything done here. He's going to get devotion. I think that's a good upgrade. I like that he's prioritizing that. That makes him more resilient to monk conversions. And let's see. I recently made a video about the Lithuanians, by the way, about how getting early relics is really good. But he doesn't really have relics. There's only one. This type of villager, though. I mean, here's the thing. Liereyy. Hera caught me off guard. I think that was hilarious. Roxy, your laughing made it much better, so I appreciate that from you. I think the chat loved that as well. The lightest are actually a broken unit, by the way. So for those who don't know, the lightest has 13 attack base, plus 2 now, 1 from the relic, 1 from forging, and they ignore armor. So they deal what's called true damage, okay? So the number you see is the number you get, okay? So they're very strong. They're quite powerful, but it's at the end of the day, it's still a melee cavalry unit. So it has counters like monks, Mangadai, etc. But, you know, we do see Satau kind of peppering up Sebastian, killing a villager, killing a monk. We now see a castle a little offside. I don't really like this castle. I think a little bit more on the front would be much better, actually. Because then you can control more of the middle of the map. Here, it's like you're not really in the center. Kind of allows counterplay from your opponent here. A lot of lightest diving, and Satau is now going to go for the forward castle. It's not bad, actually. Hold on. There's a second bullet in his chamber. Oh my goodness. Satau is actually going for... This is not bad. He's diving. He's killing a lot of villagers, actually. Sebastian is not good at keeping his villagers alive. He goes for a second castle. Sebastian pulls out his own gun. This is the Wild West, ladies and gents. It's gun on gun. It's castle versus castle. Sebastian's doing it in self-defense, though. He should win in court. Are we going to court, though, or can Satau finish this one right here? I think it's looking good for Sebastian. He's got all the paperwork. He's got the villagers. He's got the whole team of lawyers behind him. The castle goes up, and the villagers are going down. Satau misfires with his gun. The analogy's still going somehow. And Sebastian takes the win, 2-0. You had to take your first shot, Satau. He just had to do it. GG in the chat, though. Really good game from Sebastian. Really, really good game from Sebastian. That was great. That was honestly great. Yeah, 90 vills. He lost a lot at the end there. I have to say, like, one weakness of Sebastian, if you ever listen, let me give you guys some advice. If you're ever playing a Sebastian in an S-tier tournament, which I'm sure is super relatable, I think you should dive his villagers with cavalry, because he's not doing a good job reacting to it. He's losing like tons of vills. Like, he should have lost like a handful of vills. He lost 18 total, which is a lot. That's significant. If the game was closer, we could have had a real doozer on our hands, but it didn't quite happen. Cool. Now I can beat him next time I face him. Easy. Yeah, nice and easy. Just remember, you know, raid him with cavalry. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Can you finish that cake story? It's been 2 hours. Sorry, I was eating the cake. Listen, I want to... Okay, I'll finish the story, but Roxy's going to give away some Patreon subscriptions, guys. This is how we do it here. So the Patreon, just being serious for a second, is where I have all my exclusive guides and content. It's where I have all the pay-to-win stuff. All right? Literally pay-to-win. We're going to give it away for free, though. No paying, only winning. And we're going to give it away on YouTube and Twitch. we'll give away X amount. I'm not sure how much he's gonna do.
20 because it was 400 subs.
Okay, 20 because we got 400 subs for the day, which is insane. So thank you all for the support. The way it works is we do 5 per 100 subs we get for the day. So it's gonna be 20 free Patreons given away on YouTube and Twitch. So guys, lock in. It's a skill-based giveaway. You have to click the link fast. All right, click the link fast. It's 20 for free, 20 on Twitch, 20 on YouTube for 40 total. Here's the links. Click the links. And if you guys did win free Patreon, let it be known in the chat. Let us know. I want to see who won it. Come on, click the link. It goes fast. Link on YouTube. Enjoy, guys. This is a gift from myself to you guys. Enjoy the guides and whatnot. And it's really not a gift. It's kind of like a token of appreciation for all the subs that you guys sent my way. So thank you for the subs. Enjoy the Patreon. Love it, guys. It's a good, healthy community we have here. And we keep it rolling. Back to the important stuff, guys. Subs, you know, on the side. Age of Empires 2 on the side. Let's talk about some cake. So, anyway, I was in line. This is a window washer story. It's not about the cake, okay? All right. So, anyway, there's this famous shop called Carlo's Bakery. There's a TV show called Cake Boss. We're big fans. We go there. 2-hour line. And I'm desperate to see this guy, all right? And the guy is just, he's a fat Italian, all right? It's just his description. I'm not shaming him. I actually really like him. He's a really nice guy. And I'm trying to see if he's inside. Because my expectation is that the guy who runs the TV show is going to be always working in a shop. Turns out the TV show is fake. They have regular-ass employees that are not on the TV show. So I'm kind of shocked. I'm 11 years old at this point, or like 10. I'm like 10 or 11. I think 11, actually. And I'm shocked that they have a regular employee set up just running this cake shop. I'm like, where the hell is Buddy? Which is the guy's name. Anyway, what I do is I'm like, I need to see who this guy is. I need to see where he is and see, you know, what the hell's going on here. So I get up and I'm standing on the window, literally standing on the window, pressing my face into the glass so I can see inside of it because there's glare if I don't do that. So I'm there, 2 hands on the window, face in the window, looking inside. I'm window watching in 4K. All right. And then immediately, obviously, an employee is like, what the hell are you doing? Get off the window. What the hell are you doing? I'm the only guy doing that. Everyone else is just in a line like a regular human. And so she shoos me off the window. And at this point, I'm pissed. I'm like, lady, I didn't come here to see you. Can you get out of the way so I can look at Buddy, the guy I came here to see? Anyway, what happens after that is that I'm pissed at this point. My brothers are like, we came to see Buddy. He's not here. We go around the back. And then there was word like, oh, Buddy's here. We go around the back. There's a bunch of people now. It's me, my brothers. There's a few other people. There's like 20, 30 guys. And who comes out? It's Buddy. And what is he doing? He's trying to leave away from the fans so he can go do his shit. And the fans are behind his store waiting for him to come out. It was so funny. And so he comes out. He's like, shit. I can see in his face. But he's like, hey, he plays it off. Hey, what's up, guys? And then we take a picture and everything's good. But the bottom line is I was a window watcher for a good portion of my life. And so I know how the meta works there. So anyway, that's the cake story. There's actually more to it, but we don't have time right now. And we're going to hop into the game. So this is game 3, potentially match point here. Sebastian up 2-0. He's rocking the Sicilians, which is an interesting pick on this map. This map is called Morass. And Satau is going to be playing as the Japanese. Ooh, instant barracks. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. It's really fun. Show us the picture. I have it somewhere. I just don't know where it is. I think if I ask my dad, he can probably get it for me. All right. But yeah, fun story for sure. By the way, the shop was really good. So like window watching aside, we got a few things and everything was super delicious from that. Like that store was super legit actually. I love how Hera told his fake story to masquerade his obsession with cakes. My goodness. All right, maybe I have to get the picture then. It's not a fake story. I am obsessed with cakes though. But cake is actually kind of a low tier snack if you think about it. Like it's really good, but it's so caloric and dense for what it is. Still good though. But like I prefer muffins and cookies. Which I know doesn't sound better. Thanks to the Patreon. You're welcome, bro. Cake is great. It really is, my friend. Two militia coming forward. I don't know if Sebastian knows about this. He shouldn't really know. He hasn't scouted it, but he's walling just in case. It's crazy that he's just counterplaying everything. I think he just knows Satau's style is to go for militia. Yeah, takes the back wood line. Likes to play it really safe. He's got Loom now, and he's clicking up to the next stage. He's playing the Sicilians. Sicilians is a bit of an anti-meta pick on this map, but I like the idea. Basically, the idea is you go for a donjon in the center, and you can make these Sicilian sergeants, which are really good in hand-to-hand melee combat. So they're quite good against the Japanese infantry, who are otherwise kings of hand-to-hand combat. Is Warcraft 3 on the menu today? It's a maybe. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. We'll see how I feel after this cast. All right, donjon in the front, but there's 3 militia on the field. The walls aren't quite there. These militia are still Dark Age, though. They actually get a buff once they hit Feudal Age to attack faster, but we aren't seeing that right now from Sebastian. What's a good counter to Franks, especially for Scout Rush? Good counter to Franks? Chat, help him out. Help out Hendrix. I'm going to let the chat take care of this one for you, Hendrix. Cumins. Don't listen to that guy. That guy's clueless. The guy who said Cumins is clueless. All right. Good body blocking here from Satau. He's gonna kill a villager. Rude, but don't leave my chat, Jeff Boneman. Not like the other guy. Not like the window watcher. I want to banter without you guys quitting on me, you know? I just want to banter and chill. All right. Sebastian's gonna wall up here. He did lose one villager, but he's got the sergeants out now. He's got the donjon in the center. He's gonna both counterattack and defend with those sergeants. I like this attack and the style from Satau, though. I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty cool. Argentina is a good counter to Franks because we beat them in the World Cup. That's a very, very fair point. That guy actually is spitting facts. Okay, archery range is coming up now for Sebastian. All right, scout goes down. Not much has really happened. I think this is actually really interesting. Like, a lot could have possibly happened, but in the end, it's actually just Satau picking off a few units from Sebastian, and that's it. Satau is looking really good here. We might actually have a series on our hands. He's getting really good hits onto that sergeant, and I think, if anything, I just don't like how spread out Sebastian was in this early game with the sergeants. Sergeants are moving about the same speed as a men-at-arms, a little faster than a militia. Sergeants are really tanky, though. They have the 2 melee armor, which is significant. Most units have 0 melee armor, by the way. Militia have 1, and sergeants have 2. Nothing else has any melee armor in early game. Knocks that one down. Really good job. Knocks that one down. And beautiful play here from Sebastian with the Sicilians. He did lose a vill, though. Overall, I'm kind of liking Satau's position a little bit more. He's gonna be on archers. He didn't overinvest into infantry. Archers should counter sergeants. Then skirms counter archers. So it's a bit tricky to say who's winning right now. I think the game's pretty neutral at the moment. Yeah, game's pretty neutral, but somehow... Wait, no, it's not neutral, because Satau has a 3 villager lead. He killed one, and Sebastian's got a ton of idle time. So it's not neutral at all, actually. It should be neutral. But it's not, because Sebastian's got a ton of idle time. What are these fish signs? It's just a mod that I have. I like it, though. It makes it super clear. Like, you can see all the fish, which I think is really nice. Alright, little archer counterattack from Satau. 3 archers going across the map. He's not going to find much damage, but he could poke at this woodline a little, which is going to be a little annoying. Forward donjon here on the other side, and remember, the sergeants can actually build the donjons, which is really nice from their end. Skirmishers diving deep here. Sebastian, well played. Alright, infantry armor coming in. Will Hera cast the next game? I'm casting everything until the set's over. Like, there could be 3 more games. Another donjon from Sebastian? Okay. I don't know if I like this donjon play, but I think it's pretty good. The only thing I don't like about it is that you don't have villagers or archers to put into the donjons. So you don't shoot any arrows. That's why I don't really like it. If you had vills or archers to put inside, I think it's quite powerful, actually. But like this, it's like, look, we're going to lose like 2 or 3 to get it up, and then that's it. We get it up, and we only shoot 1 arrow. Because the extra arrows from the sergeants, or the sergeants don't give extra arrows. That's the problem there. So I like what Sebastian's doing in principle, but I think the execution is not the best. And I think Satau's in a much better position. He's actually saving up for Castle Age now. This is looking like a 2-1. This is looking like Satau's going to bounce back with a win here. He just needs to not choke it, though. Let's see. Sebastian runs past. He's got some skirmishers on the field. The skirms take less bonus damage from enemy skirms. That's a Sicilian bonus there. And more donjons coming forward. Sebastian's very much committed to this donjon play. And actually, despite Satau being in a better position, it's not a good position to be in. He's still getting hardcore pressured. It's a hard position to play. And the skirms are going to dive in, punishing the lack of positioning from Satau. He missed position slightly. He's going to lose all of his archers, and suddenly he's not in a good position at all, actually. Wow. He was in a great position to just go castle, make a tower, but he fumbled it because he was underestimating the pressure that Sebastian was bringing his way. Satau has completely fumbled this position. He lost half his archers. He's losing villagers now. The tower is not being garrisoned fast enough. Finally, he's got 5 vills in there. Feels like it's a bit too little too late there. Damage is done. I mean, still playable, though. Still playable here, but Satau, yeah, that was a big mistake. Like, he was in a great position. He had to just not lose his archers like that. Should have kept him into the towers or something. He can click up if he just makes a market. But he's getting squeezed off the middle resources. Satau could just be dead here. I can't believe I went from saying it's going to be 2-1, Satau was going to win this game, to saying Satau is probably dead. He's going to defend this tower for dear life. Sebastian need not rush this. You need not rush this. Unnecessary, trying to dive the tower like that. It might work, but it's still unnecessary. I think 1 more donjon here would have been more than enough. There's nothing to be gathered here under this tower, but nonetheless, Sebastian cutthroat, just going to go straight for it. Dives under the tower. Will lose a few units, though, as he is, you know, kind of in a bad position here. Villagers come out. Some repairs are thrown down onto the tower. Satau's desperately trying to keep this one alive, but the tower, unfortunately for him, goes down anyways. And Satau is looking for the quick wall. He will find it, actually. Looking like he's going to kill some of these villagers. And Sebastian's running for dear life. The quick wall is not quite there, but I think it's still walled. So these 2 villagers are likely to die anyways. Whenever you say Satau is doing something positive, he flops hard. I know. I've been jinxing him all game, EK. I know. I was hoping nobody would point it out. I've been jinxing him. Hi guys, I'm here for the support. Hello, Amos Drac. What's up? Welcome. Alright. Hello, Baphomet. What's up? Archer goes down. Next archer's also gonna go down. Oh my goodness. Disaster here. Disaster for Satau. And Satau, what a fall from grace. He had control of the lake. Everything was looking good. And now he's in a corner. Stonewalled. Outcast from society. Dungeons on both sides. But he's up to Castle Age. He's got a stable. He's gonna go for some knights. Is it enough? Cav archers would be the better choice, but with so many dungeons out, I think he just doesn't want to go cav archers because he's scared that the dungeons are going to be so annoying to deal with. Skirmisher somehow got in and somehow got out as well. Okay, there's a hole. Oh yeah, obviously the very obvious and easy to spot hole between the palisade wall and the gates. It's a hard hole to spot, but damn. Yeah, it's a lot of pressure here. 2 minutes to go for Sebastian's Castle Age, and really, this is the only 2 minutes that Satau can shine in. It's now or never for Satau. Hi, Hera. You made me love AW2, Warcraft 3, and even made me make a Twitch account to see your streams. Cyan, you're a legend, bro. Thank you for being here. I'm glad you're enjoying the streams, and I'm glad you're here to watch all the games that I'm streaming. That's fantastic. You're a big support, actually. That's big support for me. Greetings from Switzerland, my favorite RTS growing up, and Age of Mythology. Hello, hello, hello. Age of Mythology and AW2 enjoyer. That's my kind of guy. All right, couple knight counterattack. I mean, the knight counterattack is good. Look at how everything's exposed here. Sebastian's kind of a glass cannon. It's like a guy who does like 6 days a week of bicep training at the gym. Oh, look at my arm. But then you go check his legs a little. You hit him a little calf kick, and he folds. He's got no legs. No defense for Sebastian. Look at this. 2 knights. Just checking his base. 2 vills down. You could look for more if you want. I think that's what you got to do if you're Sebastian. Or if you're Satau, rather. You got to go for the counterattacks. You got to go for the counterattacks. Try to equalize out this game. But it's difficult, because now the sergeants actually get a buff when you hit Castle Age to get extra attack and extra armor. So these sergeants are really freaking good in Castle Age here. And there's multiple tower defense. It's not bad, and it's actually good for what Satau needs right now. But the thing is, it's sapping all of his stone for something defensive. Which is okay. Maybe that's what he needs to get back in this game. Maybe just a good defense is kind of the first step to playing offensively later. Also, it must be said, no economy upgrades for Sebastian. So Sebastian is, for all intents and purposes here, he's pretty all in. He does not have a good economy behind this. All he has is middle control. So you can take the shorefish here. That's pretty much it. Samurai will flip the game. Samurai and Sebastian dies. That's true. That is true. Samurai's really good here. I will say, though, you guys made it sound like it's too easy. I think Samurai is good against what's on the field, but Sebastian can easily make cav archers. He can make skirms and monks. He's got options. He can make cavalier. So there are options, but nonetheless, Satau seems to be playing towards that castle. He wants to go samurai. But dungeon on either side, where do you even make the castle? Here? So you kill both dungeons here, secure the front, take some shorefish again? Oh my goodness. He holds the gate open. He can go in, chooses not to once he sees the quick walls. Smart decision here. Sebastian is playing pretty sharp. Sebastian is playing pretty poorly here. He loses 2 cav archers for no reason. And we'll lose the skirmishers, actually. Good punish from Satau. Good punish from Satau there. Love that one. I mean, it's a difficult game. There's mistakes on both sides, I will say. Overall, though, I feel like the guy that has the middle control is in a much better position in games like this. So, advantage Sebastian, but just a minor one, because Satau does have a good Vil lead here of 7. And he is getting his castle. We're talking about Samurai, guys. We're seeing the Samurai. Now, for those who are new, the Samurai is a very, very cool infantry from the Japanese, the unique unit. And it has a bonus damage against other unique units. And the Sergeant is a unique unit of the Sicilians. So the Samurai will eat up some Sergeant in hand-to-hand combat, right? We're going to destroy them. But you have to make the Samurai, and Satau is low on food, guys. He's low on food. He's got 16 on food. Only 11 farms, though. I think he's got like 6 others going to the soup kitchen. This guy's broke. But he's trying his best to get back into the game and stabilize. Because the truth is, once he stabilizes, he's in a decent position on the map. The castle really helps him out. It's going to kill 2 towers. Gonna push Satau out, gain some respect. How's it looking for Sebastian? He's picking up the relics. He's got 3 relics already. He's looking for more. He's got 1 more coming in here. 4, maybe a 5th. He's gonna have 5 relics. And there's 7 relics total on this map, I believe. Yeah. 1 more coming in here and 1 more here. Yo, Sebastian can get 7 relics. That's disgusting. That's freaking disgusting. Look at Satau's base. Look at this. It's like Chile on a map. It's a line. Look at this. Can we get some expansions here from Satau? He's starting to expand on the right side. He's got a lot of space. I want to see him use this space. Sebastian's base is much more spread out. Much more interesting for me. That's the map of a man forever in retreat. That is so good. I love it. Really, bro? 2 years in Argentina and already slander against Chile? Guys, I've been playing some GeoGuessr. Chile is very, very thin. It is what it is. It's not slander. I'm just stating a geographical fact. Satau still has the villager lead. This game's far from over. Alright, Donjon gets denied. Good defensive tower from Satau. Just stay safe there. Look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. 7 relics, guys. Sebastian has managed to find 7 relics. That is so ridiculous. That's such a big advantage. Like, in my opinion, the game is kind of even, but the 7 relics just pushes the game so heavily in Sebastian's favor. Because with relics, it gives you a passive gold income. Having 5 usually is really, really insane. Having 7 to 0 is insanity. I mean, take a look at how much gold per minute he's getting from that. Every relic is worth about 2 villagers. So a bit less, but let's say about 2 villagers. So he's got like a 14 villager lead just coming from those relics. Maybe a little less, but not much less. Don't Japanese cav archer have a bonus against enemy cav archers? Yes. So Satau is making the better units. But the more they trade, the better for Sebastian, who's got the gold long term with the relics. Satau was also late to bloodlines there. Actually, Sebastian doesn't even have bloodlines either. But Sebastian had the monks, and he's certainly made use of them here. I was about to ask, what does the relic do? But you were ahead of me there. Do you have precognition? I don't have precognition, but I know there's a lot of new people watching, which is why I'm explaining what's going on. It's part of my new journey as a caster to kind of explain a little bit of what's going on. My channel's grown a lot recently, which is very, very good, but that also means that we have a lot of new guys watching. And I'm not really an elitist that likes to like gatekeep, like, oh no, AOE2 is for the hardcore fans only. I think it's for everyone. And so I'm trying to like explain the game so everybody can understand it. But at the same time, I add some expert commentary here and there, some flavor text, let's say, so you guys can also appreciate, for like the veterans can also appreciate something a little bit more flavorful. You know what I mean? So a little bit of both on the channel now. But here's the thing. This is exactly what I always see happen. behind this because Sebastian's got a clean game, clear economy, no disruptions, up to Imp. He's up to Imp, and the guy that's defending, he had to move villagers left and right. Some villagers quit on the job. He had to replace them. No 2 weeks notice. It's horrible. Some of them died. Not so bad. Even though the vill count's the same, or roughly the same, the reality on the ground is that Sebastian's economy is much, much stronger because it's undisturbed. And here's the fight, guys. Satau has the better units, in theory. He's got way less of them. And when you have way less units, you can't expect to be winning these fights. And Sebastian does not even have to win these fights to win the game. He just has to hold till Imp. He's 1 minute away. Ladies and gents, this is going to be completely GG in about 1 minute. Imperial Age is such a big power spike. He's getting all the economy upgrades. He's upgrading his units. He's going cav archers. Exactly like I said, by the way. That's why the samurai... You guys were saying samurai, samurai, samurai. The samurai were never going to win this game, guys. I'm sorry to say. I didn't want to say it outright, but they just prompt the cav archer transition. Then Satau makes his own cav archer transition, and then Sicilians goes into skirmishers. And that's that. You see that? Boom. So the guy who's winning always has the step to make that counter unit, so... It's always difficult, you know. Satau is making the right choices for sure, but it's not so simple. We have a subscription here coming in. Problik, thanks to Prime. He said, love you, Poppy. Thank you, Problik. Appreciate that, my friend. Imperial Edge is in. Murder Holes is in somehow. I think that's just for the dungeons to hit the samurai. And most people would call GG here, but it's the last game of the set. Satau is fighting on. He's trying to make something happen. I don't know if it is going to happen for him, but... yeah, it's difficult, man. He's trying his best. He's going to kill 3 villagers here, or 2. He's going to kill 2 villagers. Yeah, Sebastian's got very minimal farming, though. Yeah, I would like to see more farms from him. He's got tons and tons of resources, though, behind this one. The 7 relics are carrying him, though. GG well played. It's dropped. And what looked like a 2-1 for Satau ends up being a 3-0 for Sebastian. A clean sweep. Let's get a GG in the chat and a well played to the Uruguayan, which, honestly... I think he played amazing in a lot of cases. Like, I think the first 2 games especially he popped off. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay, that's fine. But I think this last game Satau kind of threw a little. I'm not really sure. I think that's kind of the impression I got from the situation. All right, guys, listen, I have to go to the washroom, and the games are done for today. So what we'll do is I'm going to just show you guys the plan for tomorrow. I'm not going to stream anymore. I'm so sorry about that, but it's been a fantastic stream. So first, I want to just thank everyone for watching. So thanks for watching on Twitch and YouTube. Really appreciate you guys for hanging out with me today. You guys are great. We got a ton of support today. Really appreciate that. I'm sorry I can't do more streams today, but here's the plan for tomorrow. Tomorrow, I play in this tournament. Now, there's a chance I take the day off just so I can focus on my game. And then I stream after my game. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I take the morning off, focus on my round, hopefully win the round, stream after. What we do after, probably a mix of AoE 2 into Warcraft for tomorrow. All right? So that's the plan. I might stream in the morning, though. We'll see, but that's like the main plan. And then Monday, full stream, regular schedule. All right? Take care, guys. Good luck tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you for watching on Twitch and YouTube. You guys are awesome. Before I leave, type a 1 in the chat on both Twitch and YouTube. If you guys enjoyed the stream, I want to see those 1s fly. 1s in the chat if you guys had a good time. I'm going to drop a 1 in both chats because I enjoyed the stream a lot. It's a lot of fun today. I was a bit tired, but I kind of woke up as the stream went on. Again, tons of support from you guys. I really, really appreciate that. We make a bunch of jokes, but at the end of the day, you guys are keeping me from being homeless, which is great. So thank you guys. And yeah, that's it for now. Take care and have a good one. I'll see you guys tomorrow or after tomorrow. Peace.